All right, we're live. Sorry, guys. We were kind of shooting the shit here. I'm pretty full up right now, and I still have people that have I've sent links to. So we're going to have to play, what is this, StreamYard roulette, I guess, in a little bit, where people can drop in and out and whatnot. So, because I know my buddy Red Venture just popped in. He's like, hey, I'll pop in too, because I don't get to see him very often these days. So eventually... Huh? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I didn't have it muted.
Yeah, neither did I, but I had my microphone muted. So,
hey, X, do you guys use what type of compressor do you guys use over there at the Utah Atheist and all that stuff?
Hang on a second, Pikachu. Because I got to do my intros first.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry.
You're jumping in on a little early there. Anyways, so of course we've got X, the guest of honor here. We had Faye, the Wonder Lady, but I'm not sure what the hell happened there. Of course, we got Pikachu, the gay atheist. Oh, yeah, she's back now, just waiting for the devices to get. You got to fix something there, Faye, because something ain't going on there. I don't know. Now we're going to call her Gray Faye now, because that's all I'm saying is Gray. So, and of course, we got Nakasuchi, what are you calling yourself now? The crying atheist?
Raging atheist.
Okay.
Raging crybaby is what the Nifties are calling it.
And of course, we got my moderator extraordinaire, IQ, Inquisitive Quandary, and the wonderful Wonder Lady is also with us as well. All right, so what the hell? You were going to ask something there, Pikachu, and I totally...
I was asking
cut you off.
What kind of information on podcasting. So
what kind of compressor gate do you use?
I use nothing hardware. Everything is software based in Reaper is my DAW that I use. So
that's pretty cool.
You guys are all technical and shit.
Yeah.
DAW is just a fuck you term for what program I done used for audio.
Shit, I like using the hardware side of the hardware way of going about it, because to me it's a lot more. It's way more complicated it's way more complicated doing it through the software than it is doing it through the hardware.
Well, I would do hardware if it wasn't like just me that was worried about audio quality. Felicia and Kyle really don't give a fuck. Here I'm over here trying to make sure everything's normalized, everything's like compressored, everything has noise gates, so you don't hear me breathing.
Your audio is always excellent, X. No shit.
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah.
It's actually fucking easy to set up if anybody ever needs like a tutorial on it, I could walk you through it. I helped.
I might hit you up.
I helped out Brent Lee from Unapologetics. Everybody should consider having him on whatever show that you do. He's a fucking gas. I love the guy.
Does he have a deconversion story, do you think?
He does, because he used to be really hardcore Christian up until a couple of years ago.
Oh, shit. Well, then I got to have the guy on for sure.
And he was like a punk rock guy, like a punk rock Christian.
What? Is that allowed?
Right. Him and Nikki do have some good stories. They're one of the few shows I patronize out there. I fucking love those guys.
Yeah, I had to check that out.
Did you guys know that the Catholic Church is closing shutting down all their masses, right? Some of their dioceses, right?
Shit, dude, like every church in Michigan shut down right now. So.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all doing that shit.
It's fucking crazy. The coronavirus fucking is closing churches.
Dude, this is not the first time in history that something like this has happened.
Yeah, God's plague hitting up God's houses is.
But you guys, you know what? We got a real problem, because I just saw pictures of the beaches in Florida, and people like the younger generation is YOLOing the fuck out of this. So they're gonna get whatever the fuck's going around there, and they're gonna just give it to everybody else when they go back to town. So
great.
I think everybody needs to be in like a month-long quarantine.
Dude, I have said that same thing. I think the whole country should just quarantine for a month. No rent, no bills, just shut it down.
Yeah, everybody stop.
What's sad is down here in the South, every fucking body is in a bubble.
Yeah,
everybody's in a bubble. They believe that that this whole virus shit is a Democrat lie.
It's either a Democrat lie or it's a conspiracy every 4 years. Every presidential, dude, I've debunked that shit to like 50 people in the last 3 days.
And they're fucking self-diagnosing everybody that says that it tells the truth. You know what I'm saying? as fucking schizophrenic.
Crazy, crazy.
And then there's one to throw him in
the zombie
mental
apocalypse.
Yeah.
Me as a boss at my job, I've had to send people home for like mandatory telework for like the last couple of days. Like, hey, you're going home for 2 weeks. I don't want to see your ass back here. You know, just make sure you're logged in so I can see that you're fucking working.
Damn, I wish my boss would do that shit.
I feel lucky that I actually have this kind of career where that's an option. Like my kids got kicked out of school on Friday because they're just closing all the schools in town.
Ours did too, dude. Like a country away, same day.
Yep. And so they finally did that. So now it's like, okay, well, I guess I'll be teleworking for like 2 weeks now. So
somebody was going to fight you over eggs. Yeah. My buddy that I went to play Yu-Gi-Oh with today, his name's Russell. He's telling me that he was shopping and he had, this is just, I guess, around the time when toilet paper started being a big commodity for some reason. And he had a thing of it in his buggy. And some dude, while he was looking for some granola bars, some dude was lifting it out of his buggy to take it from him. And Russell turned around and I'd put that back if I was you. Now, to give you some context there, my buddy Russell is an Asian dude, and he knows his shit. So he would have fucking chop sueyed that guy into a million pieces. You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean.
No, just
Well, yeah, they're not.
I used to be a black belt, but then I got old and fat. So
hey. I was telling my kids that the other day. I got a black belt in Taekwondo when I was 9.
To see how bad it's gotten though now. There was something I seen like on here that said that Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, got it. And they had to pass the power down from Donald Trump to Mike Pence. And I was like saying this, like one of the police officer at the grocery store, he's like, no, that's a Democrat lie, blah, 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 blah. You know, you're crazy, this and this and this. I'm like, no, dude, this is fucking serious.
I'm not sure if she actually got it, though.
Now.
I think she was in contact with somebody and self-quarantined.
Hold on. Hi, Faye.
Hi.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. But I wanted to ask, why do you guys say the quarantine's only going to last 14 days?
That's just what the standard is right now.
That's just the guideline from the CDC before you know that there are symptoms.
The 14 days is the gestation period for this thing or something.
Okay, because I kind of want people to say that, because if someone's going to be quarantined and possibly go through corona, it's going to be a lot longer than 14 days.
You could add at least another fucking month.
Yeah, I think it should be a month,
It is 14 days before symptoms show up. And if you're non-symptomatic in the first 14 days, you can usually return to your duties. But the problem with that also is that there are too many people that are asymptomatic about the whole thing. So
I'm totally familiar with Typhoid Mary.
I mean,
I'm
literally
totally
had like
familiar with that story. I mean, if you want to talk plague, here we go.
Here's the catch: it can be up to a 24-day incubation period.
Yep.
Well, it also depends on the rate of infection, who you've been exposed to, etc.
And what you guys are talking about,
so go buy all the toilet paper.
And what you guys are talking about is just the coronavirus, quarantine, not the mental health quarantines that they're going to have to put in place.
Why?
For all the crazy people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can't call mental health crazy people.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Why would the mentally ill need
Because if it gets, because there's conspiracies going on about all this shit. So they're going to have to put
they're not
mental
mentally
health
ill, they're just
quarantines
duped. That's the problem there.
Yeah, they've been lied to.
I see you, Donna. Hang tight.
I was talking to a cashier the other day, and she said to me, Corona is just the flu. I said, no. And I just really aggressively went, you're wrong. And she was just like, no, my boss looked it up, and it's not any more dangerous than the flu, and it's just the flu. It's the same symptoms as the flu. I was like, a lot of things have the same symptoms.
It's a longer gestation
coronavirus.
period.
I said to her, coronavirus isn't the flu. It is a different thing. It has a different testing. There's no vaccine for it. She said, well, I've never had it. And I said, that's because it's new. I said,
Yeah,
"Are you
that's why it's a
intelli-"
problem.
Yeah.
I was
No
like,
one's
"Are you
immune to it.
smart enough to run a cashier?"
Yeah. And
Because
Probably
I
not.
wonder. I wonder. It's like
Yeah.
this lady is touching all the money and all the people.
Mhm.
Will she be my typhoid Mary?
You guys see in the chat right now?
Yep,
Duncan
the
has
Darth
been in
wave is
fucking
rolling in.
the Darth wave.
Yeah.
Hello,
Guys,
Newman.
please, guys, go back and tell him I'm not interested. Okay, but thank you for boosting my watch count. That's awesome of you.
Well,
What's
you
going
have
on?
to you
Am I
have to
missing?
be you have to be more concerned about people right now, because people are the ones spreading the virus, and people
Well,
are the
yeah.
ones spreading the paranoia. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
let's put it this way. I welcome some of the paranoia because I'll tell you the
Yeah.
truth. I like the fact people are washing their hands now.
Well,
Oh, me too.
Yay,
that's a good
soap and water,
it's a
people.
good thing, but if the
Yay.
paranoia but if the paranoia is triggering you and could cause you mental health problems,
It takes a
you
lot
don't need to
more
be around it.
than like a week or two of being nervous to create a mental health problem.
Is it because he defeats you? I've never debated Dawkins, so that's kind of stupid.
Who?
Is Darth here?
Man, you
No,
guys are
he's
getting.
sending his
Oh.
flunkies.
I'm so
I
fucking.
was like, because he follows me sometimes.
I'm so
Really?
insulated. I don't even know who the fuck you guys are talking about. So.
Oh, dude, yeah, you don't. That's a good thing.
Even I know who Darth Dawkins is. He's a waste of time and skin.
Oh, so that's why I don't know who he is, because I don't
Yeah.
allow shit like that.
Hey,
He's a
we're
waste
pussies.
of time and he's a waste of skin. There's
What's
no
that?
reason to
You
talk
are what
to
you
someone
eat.
like
Oh,
that.
sorry.
Wait, did somebody honestly just argue calling somebody a pussy is like some sort of argument?
Hey,
Yeah, I know. We're losers too.
too.
Chad says we're pussies and we're losers.
I'm a beta cuck, you know. As Matt Powell called me a fag the other day.
I don't know why pussy is an insult.
I don't get it either. It's like, man, just
Cats are alpha predators.
Yep.
Meow.
Call a spade, man. If you're a pussy, you're a pussy.
the rare sold it to me there. Thank you.
They can throw. These guys come in and throw. They put little chicken emojis in there and everything. It's hilarious. I don't even care though.
I don't know what the fuck you walked into
My
either.
dead grandmother can come up with a better argument than they can.
I know.
Well, it's
And she's been dead for years.
How insecure do you have
You
to
guys
be in
are
your
gonna love
belief
this.
to come to something like this and like decide to shit on everything? It's like we didn't even really start talking religion yet. I mean, we're just talking about coronavirus and stuff. And
Look at this.
Yeah,
He
we
calls
haven't even
himself a
said shit.
Pokeball and oh, hang on, that's the wrong one. Hang on, that's the wrong one. He calls himself a Pokeball and then he asks us if we're crazy.
I mean, are you trying to be Voltorb there or what?
Well, some people argue the way
Electorb?
pigeons shit.
Oh, what have we got here? What the hell are you doing, Pikachu?
I'm trying to do something over here real quick. I gotta
We got
show you guys this.
Infinity.
This is
thing
really
going on
funny.
here.
This is really funny. Watch.
Okay, well, catch it first and then I'll pop it in there. And I've got my friend Donna in the green room hanging out and waiting.
There's a green room.
I'm
The
not going to
green
stay too long. I've actually got a video game that's calling my name, but I wanted to stop in and say what's up to X.
Hey,
Yeah,
glad
for sure.
Glad to hear from you.
Let
Knock.
me actually send you the link to it, and then
I
you
gotta
can show it on here because I have
have
trouble
you guys
getting
on here in the near future. So
Hey, Neil, go
Yeah.
ahead and switch me out for Donna until Knock hops out.
Okay, all right, I can do that.
I'm always willing to. You know that.
Oh, I know. Donna, what's going on?
oh, it's nice to have a face to the person that was chatting the whole time. Hi, Donna.
You cracked us up. Even my husband was laughing really hard in the background at the Donald Duck
I
comment.
wasn't even trying
Oh.
though. That's the problem. Like I feel like I'm off my game today. Christ, it's probably because I did
No,
the show
you're
last
on.
night. So
Shit, where is it?
Look at the Dead City said a Pokeball. I'm racist against Pokeballs, you prisoning bastard.
Hey, don't catch me with that shit.
Makes sense.
oh my.
Chad,
So what did I miss?
Oh,
it's,
God damn it.
guys,
Why
I'm
are we
not
doing gender
fucking.
jokes. God.
I'm not going on a debate with Dawkins because he's a fucking no. I have no desire to do that.
Repeat
My
after
client
me.
needs
A
to
waste
not have
of
a platform.
skin. He's a waste of skin
Yeah.
Knock,
and a
knock.
waste of air.
How does it feel to have Matt Powell once again clawing and clutching at you, trying to get more attention. How does that? That's got to feel somewhat empowering.
I don't even know who that is.
Matt Powell is a bargain bin. Steven Anderson, if you know who Steven Anderson is.
I don't know who he is either, and it sounds like a good thing.
He's
my
death
boyfriend.
to gays pastor, you know. Yeah.
That's my boyfriend. He just doesn't like to tell people.
That Matt Powell. Matt Powell touches himself to picture.
I have a peanut gallery. Sorry.
Whoever said wanker, that's exactly what he is.
Dude, you guys gotta see this.
I don't know.
Okay, Pikachu, what do we got to see?
Did you guys see the video of whatever his name is?
Sorry for the interruption.
Shit. I forget his name. The pastor that does all that. It's one of those televangelists.
No, Neil, actually.
Are you talking about Copeland healing people?
Yeah,
Copeland. Yeah, I covered that.
Give this to your buddy.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? That's fabulous. He was in the Walmart parking lot, and an old man came up and gave him a miniature Bible.
Oh.
Alan wrote on it for you, but it's a very tiny, warped little.
I'll add it to the pile of the other ones I've been given lately.
Yeah, we don't get
I never get offered this stuff.
We don't get anything like that here in Utah. People are passive aggressive about religion here.
Oh yeah, are they? Yeah, I don't believe.
Are they really?
Yeah, Mormons don't really like get overt about the followers.
Yeah, this one.
Followers or
It's handed to me.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
The Metro Baptist Church in Burnaby.
I'd get up and grab it, but I don't want to fuck with the green screen. But like, my wife still has her books. They call it the Quad, is what they call it, and it's a collection of 4 different books. So you have the Bible, that is rewritten by Joseph Smith. You have the Doctrine of the Covenant. You have the Pearl of Great Price, and there's a fucking another one of them. I don't remember what it is, but like when they hand you this book, it's like this fucking thick.
Shit.
That's why there's so many Mormons. Nobody wants to read that shit.
Oh, and there's people that read it on the weekly. Like they indoctrinate the shit out of their people. So
not even half as well written.
I mean, he just lifted fucking entire segments of the fucking the New Testament and the Old Testament. And he just I'm gonna copy that and change a word.
Hey Neil,
I honestly think though, with a lot of religions, is that if you don't stop and think about it, like really, like, hey, does this make sense? Because nobody ever tells you to question it.
Yeah.
If you don't stop and think about it, then why would you deconvert or think, oh, that doesn't make sense? You just sort of carry on, whatever. You know?
You guys show it.
That's what Alan did until I came along.
Didn't he decipher the angel didn't he decipher the golden tablets by using a seer stone?
Yeah, it was a seer stone that he found when he was treasure digging.
Yeah.
Which was the act of saying, hey, an angel has told me that there is something valuable on your property. And they'll usually start digging on the person's property for a little bit of money. They'll bring something with them to try to show the person that there's got to be something here. And so they'll start paying them to dig on their property some more. And then they just fucking abscond with the money. But
Sweetheart, there's a use for your metal detector. I got you.
But the seer stone that the LDS Church actually came out with and provided pictures of it and everything, it looks like a piece of petrified wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or cow pie.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. Like the Mormon Church has these artifacts. They have this, and they try to get in front of it because they know the true believers aren't going to question it, but everybody else is like, oh, come the fuck on, man. You just shared with us this fucking rock that he used to read the book in the hat, and you're trying to tell me you believe this?
Yeah, I never understood that shit. Like, how can you believe this shit?
But like, I'll go over to people's houses that are family or close to family, and they'll have the picture of Joseph reading the plates. They were never in the same room together. Like reading the plates with a breastplate and a pair of glasses attached to it, because that's what it said in the original book, and it's just like,
yeah. But the thing is, it's kind of important to mention that he was charged as a glass lurker long before he did the whole religious thing. Like he used to pretend to use seer stones to locate gold mines and buried treasure.
Right.
And he defrauded many people of money.
He still is.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, he is dead now, but I mean, he's looking through magical stones, has a criminal record for this kind of thing, makes up a religion, and people are like, yay, God's in this one.
Let's
Kind
not
of growth,
forget,
Chad.
let's not forget that his death
Wouldn't want to be with you.
his death was a result of the fact that he was having a shootout at the jail that he was trying to escape from.
And wasn't he in jail because he was fucking
Hey,
everybody's
Neil,
daughters?
you've got a lot of fans from that.
Many different reasons.
Yeah,
Many
they've
different
been doing
reasons.
it
Like,
for
yeah,
months.
I've read
Are
about it.
you
Like, he would
flattered?
literally go to a town and
Now
like,
speaking of your
sleep with all the women,
merchandise.
and then
No,
like
well,
they would send him to jail.
I don't know so much about that. That sounds like a little bit of like propaganda against the thing, and that's only
All right, that's why I'm interested.
because he did enough fucking in his own community that he built in multiple places because they kept kicking him out of states because they're like, Mormons, get the fuck out of here. Come on, you guys are not doing anything good for the economy.
Yeah, and back then they were like violent, weren't they?
I highly suggest to everybody, if you are in the slightest bit interested in Mormon history at all, I mean, just the fact that this is a religion that has persisted beyond what originally set this place up.
Yeah.
Go listen to a podcast called Naked Mormonism. It's by Bryce Blankenagel, and he does he's not a historian, but he loves like the history of the church enough that he talks about all the wacky shit. And he has come up with papers that have been brought up during like Mormon symposiums talking about how people's visions that they were having within the church were because Joseph Smith had this guy that happened to be an expert on magic mushrooms, and they were putting shit in the water. Where it's just like people
Magic mushrooms grow here all the time.
People were having religious experiences when they were tripping balls, and so
That's happened. That's heard.
well, I mean, even old the old Greek pantheons, like the people that worked in the temples, they would do drugs to see the other side, and it's just like.
Maybe we should go see if there's any of those in Vancouver, Neil.
Yeah, like my favorite part of the whole story is when Jesus came and hung out with the Native American.
Yeah.
And not a single Native American tribe has a single tradition.
So what must
Jesus
that be
figure.
like in Utah, though? Do you have the open polygamy and?
Well, they just decriminalized polygamy. They just decriminalized it. So, which I'm like, oh, come the fuck on. That's the one thing you decriminalize. You can't do weed, but you're going to allow multiple people to get married. It's like, well, it's because it exists here already. But the whole polygamy thing is like they were forced to give polygamy up in order to become a state because they had the American army on the border ready to march over this shit. And they go, nope, fine, nope, sorry, we'll come out. Oh, look, God's talking to me. We're having a revelation right now, You
know what?
You know what, though? Whatever people want to do in the privacy of their own home is fine. If you agree to be one of 20 wives, more fool you. Have at it. I just don't want them to involve the kids.
I think it's nuanced.
Or put pressure on boys that they have to do that.
There's something I think that's
where I have issue with it.
That started like
don't get any ideas, dummy.
That started right around the 90s and so forth, and that's with this Religious Freedom Restoration Act.
Oh, riffraff.
The Religious Freedom Restoration
He's
Act
on the next flight to Utah.
All this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely don't have any.
The Freedom Restoration Act started all this crap.
I don't have any issues with like poly relationships, but like
they do have secret underpants.
If it's like a male patriarchy,
I think they're
like
magic
a lot of
too.
religions push. If it's male dominated and the woman is dominated by the man, that's when I have
killed the conversation.
Yeah, but now
it's because we can hear you if you mute. We've been
yeah.
Sorry.
But now because
where do we do that? There you go. I'll shut up.
Because of the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, they can't pass any sort of laws restricting marriage based on religious grounds.
Yep. That's part of the problem.
I call horseshit on that one because you can't marry 16-year-olds, unless you're like.
Well, other than that, yeah.
That's I think a different category.
Yeah, other than that.
And IQ, do me a favor, and this Chad fucking Pokeball, get rid of these guys for me, will you? I'm starting to get tired of seeing their bullshit in the chat. They're calling us low IQ. We're not the ones that fell for bullshit stories. So don't tell me I have a low
okay.
IQ.
Listen, if you could put up the one from Chad that just came out, the last one that we have out there. I want to read this out loud because I'm kind of tipsy and it's just. Could you tell me what is ultimate and foundational in your view of the world? Well, first of all, what the fuck is ultimate and foundational?
Yeah, like
foundational means the very bottom, the stuff that you base your house upon, and ultimate would be the finishing touches of it. So ultimate and foundational are not the same goddamn thing. Okay, moving on. This is like what I do with comments from trolls. In your view of the world that prescribes, use
any
fucking
statements. A possibility.
No,
what does that even mean?
I'm dramatically pausing it. Prescribes. Fuck you for using that kind of language. Prescribes any statements of possibility and impossibility. So you're talking about prescribes any statements of anything that exists, possibility and impossibility. Like that is the equivalent. That is everything.
Something is either possible or it's not.
So could you tell me what is the top and the bottom in your view of the world that prescribes everything? Statements of everything.
Yeah.
That is a nonsense goddamn comment. See yourself out and go fucking
Yeah.
go.
Look at doorknob.
Chad's super intelligent.
I don't know where doorknob is.
He uses big words.
I don't know what they try to what are they trying to get to when they leave comments like that? Is it bait? Is that what it is?
They want to. I think it's just. Oh, here. See, it's more bullshit like this. Like we don't want to be morally accountable to who?
To who?
Fuckhead.
I'm accountable to myself and the laws of this country that I live in.
Well, I'll be morally accountable when God is morally accountable. So when he accounts for all those sex slaves way back in the day, when he accounts for all the murder of all the children, then I'll care about your morality.
He's a fucking
These are
monster.
the same shitheads that are going out there saying that the coronavirus is happening because of gay marriage.
Yep.
Oh, Red has a good point there. It's
and then they get it
the
themselves.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't see how any Christian religion can even just say, "Oh, morally accountable."
Yeah.
Anything because they need a bloodbath of one single individual to get them through their day.
Well, this is my question. If it's fucking morally accountable that God goes out and kills everybody because of gay marriage or some shit, then why the hell?
Long before that was an issue, dude.
Why the hell is he killing fundamentals?
It was because his angels were fucking humans.
Yeah.
Well, I don't need a bloodbath in order to what do you call it? Wash myself or absolve myself of sin. Let some scapegoat pay the price for me being an asswipe.
Yeah, I don't eat the flesh of a dead human every week.
I'm gonna own it.
Yeah. Well, I don't. One of my biggest arguments from the get-go is, shouldn't he have already known all of this shit was going to happen anyways? Yeah, but he went ahead with it all.
Yeah, and I'm
because he's a dick.
I'm one of those philosophical assholes where I'm a hard determinist. Like, we're in a clockwork universe, like it doesn't really matter what's happening down here on the fucking planet because we're just a bunch of eukaryotes and prokaryotes fighting amongst each other.
Yep.
The grand things are the fucking stars in the sky. Like, eventually that thing's gonna expand and suck up the fucking earth. It's like the little battles that we're having down here are fucking insignificant. As much as we may think they mean something, it's monkeys showing each other their balls. It doesn't really fucking matter, man.
We're grains of atoms and grains of sand.
Are you Donald Ducking again?
Well, my life does matter to me because it's mine. I don't really.
There's a reason the camera stays up here. My eyes are up here, lady.
Let me say this: like, they had Neil deGrasse Tyson and all these people from whatever.
What were you gonna say, Wonder Lady?
We're talking about like the Andromeda galaxy, like colliding with the Milky Way and possibly
we'll never even notice
causing that happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, dude. Okay, let's get something straight here.
None of this matters. None of this matters.
Milky Way galaxy are so fucking huge that even if they merged, we would probably never even know.
Yeah, it would become a super galaxy at that point.
The greatest part about it is that people seem to think sci-fi was ruined to me when I found out about like asteroid belts and everything, about how like asteroids are massively distant from each other.
Yeah.
Wonder Lady had to take off. She had an IRL issue.
But there's the issue is that there's so many fucking things out there in the world that are going to destroy us regardless. It's like, why are you?
That's funny. We even
things like
speak text
shit.
IRL.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, every Christian that I've run into seems to think that we are uniquely suited for this planet that we live on, even though we cannot exist on like 80% of it. You know,
right? The puddle wakes up and gains consciousness and suddenly this world was made just for me. No, asshole, you filled the hole.
But the thing is, like, it is uninhabitable to like 80% of this goddamn planet. We can't live on it. You know, and when you start bringing in the whole universe, we can exist in 90. We cannot exist in 99.999999999 for a really long time. Google 99999. Percent of the universe.
That's right. If it's made just for us, it's pretty fucking hostile. The god's a dick.
Well, you could exist on Venus for a very short time.
Yeah, for like 3 seconds. Go, wow, it's pretty. That's it. You're done. The pressure would crush you into a little fucking ball of goo.
Oh, and it's fucking hot too. Like every probe we've sent there, melts.
A melting pot of goo.
The sun's gonna blow up. The sun's gonna blow up, and we're all gonna die anyways at one point.
Oh, dude, that's like 6
billion.
We won't be here.
Yeah, civilization won't even be here.
Yeah.
The planet, this part of the galaxy will probably be long gone.
COVID?
Yep.
There's a reason I use Evangelion as my background because like everything is just fucking futile. It's just like
celebrating the coming back of Christ if it's the apocalypse or.
No. He was supposed to come back during the time of his
during the lives of the people that were
there. He was
there.
supposed to come back.
Yeah,
so what are they all waiting for now?
A pipe fucking fairy tale bullshit. Fucking fuck. We're not waiting for anything. He's not coming back because I'm one of those guys that says I highly doubt he even existed as described in the book. So
a lot of people don't know this one. A lot of Mormons in the state of Utah believe that Bigfoot, and I'm not fucking with you guys. I'm not fucking with you.
Wait, what?
Hang on. Bigfoot is Cain.
What?
Oh my god. Dude, that is some racist bullshit.
From Cain and Abel. He is the
racist bullshit, dude. You should not have said that on
I don't understand.
YouTube. I don't get the racism part, but
you should not have said that on YouTube.
I'm pretty careful about racism, so
I don't know how's that racism?
Because Bigfoot is usually shown as being
how do you know what color Bigfoot
No, he's not.
brown.
No,
come on, man. I watched Harry and the Hendersons. He wasn't a person of color.
Yeah.
No, but
He's a big hairy ass beast.
I mean, I have to say that conspiracy is
lives
a
in
little
DC.
better than the whole alien conspiracy. How Bigfoot is like the helper of the aliens, and they can like go from this dimension to that dimension, and
I'm going to give homework to everybody. I don't care if you watch it or not. I'm just going to say it out there out loud. Go watch a movie called Plan 10 from Outer Space.
Plan 9.
No. Plan 10.
Wait,
it was created by a local filmmaker here that he kind of got big from making that movie. It's about it has a lot of like Mormon undertones, but it is delightfully wacky. It is one of the weirdest fucking movies you'll see. You can find it on YouTube. I found it out there His name is Trent Harris, is the guy that made the movie.
That sounds familiar to me.
He made I think it's called the Beaver Trilogy, where so he had what the fuck is his name? The guy that was the dad in Back to the Future. I can't remember his name.
George.
Well, yeah, George McFly, but the guy that played him.
Oh yeah.
So he had that guy, Sean Penn, and like some other dude, all over like the course of like 20 years, like auditioned for this role. And there's like a documentary that he made about it. And so he's a good filmmaker, weirdo, but like Plan 10 from Outer Space is fun because it's like guerrilla filmmaking where there's a part at the very beginning where the guy goes to This Is the Place Memorial. It's here in Utah. It's a place where Brigham Young said, this is the place where we're going to settle. And like he's standing in front of it butt naked, like going, yeah, like this kind of thing. And it's funny as hell because like to know that they broke so many laws to get that shot.
Weirdo and filmmaker are like two of the best words you can put together.
And Plantain from Outer Space is fucking wacky, man. It is funny as shit, but it is aged. I'm not gonna lie to you there. It was an 80s movie, so it's aged. It's like a trauma movie. So
there's nothing wrong with things from the 80s.
No, I'm from the 80s. Fuck anybody else that says the 80s were bad.
These were awesome.
I'd play my Commodore 64 if I still had one.
I graduated in the 80s.
I graduated in the 80s.
The 80s gave us Guns N' Roses.
Alan has an 80s haircut.
Take me down to the paradise.
Oh wait, is Alan rocking a mullet?
No.
Oh, okay.
No mullets allowed. No mullets, no beards.
Okay.
I saw a mullet the other day. I shit you not. This mullet was down to the dude's ass, and it was dreadlocks. Like, who fucking locks their mullet? Seriously.
A friend of mine just got a mullet. I think they're coming back.
I want to see how long. I want to see how long some of you have been on the internet. Does anybody remember the website mulletsgalore.com?
Yes. My fucking drummer grabbed a bunch of pictures from that. Started posting them all over our initial website.
You with a mullet?
I feel like I'm missing shit in my life.
Pictures of you with a mullet, Neil.
No.
Okay, so there's a website. It was an early website. We're talking like 95 website where this guy made a website called Mullets Galore, and he would go through and he would talk about the different taxonomies about different mullets out there. Like you have the skullet, where it's like the guy's got the bald patch going on here, but there's a fucking mullet going on in the background here. You have the
victim type thing.
The redneck waterfall was like another one of them, and it's just
redneck waterfall.
I'm most interested in the conversation that led up to the creation of that website.
Well, the funny thing is, he hid on that website a link to find porn mullets, which was another website that he had within that one.
Oh, jeez.
That's what I want to see.
And so, like, you had like
you could do mullets down there. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh man, it was a delightful time to be alive on the internet.
I remember those days. That your modem used to make noises like.
I remember when multiplayer was one person only.
Get off the phone! I need to use the internet.
And you had macro keys for the games you could play, and man.
Yeah, back then I actually had Christians making sure I wasn't doing crazy shit on the internet.
We should have an 80s cereal buffet atheist get together. There you go.
I think so, something like that.
Yeah.
And we have to use like 1200 baud or 900 baud fucking modems and shit like that. It takes a week for a page ago.
Yeah.
That was
and then you said we're amazed at how fast it is.
Yeah.
Porn mullets, that really brings an extra level of curiosity to the phrase business in the front, party in the back.
Wait, you have
I saw a lot of people with mullets when I was in Phoenix a few weeks ago.
Wouldn't it look like a girl with
No, I'm muting.
Yeah, sorry, X had to go pee. He'll be right back.
They have all those mullets.
Just had to mute Alan. I'm still here.
They have all those mullets in Phoenix because that's NIFB land.
So wait, you have the barber just cut your hair like in the shape of the.
These people got all these cool little
avatars.
This avatar, thank you.
Yeah, you can add them to this if you don't want to go on camera, but
I'm smoking a lot of weed tonight. Neil knows I'm not on camera when I'm smoking weed.
I know, and I don't get it because I'm in BC, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's latent Christianity.
Latent
Christianity.
Let it all hang. Just whatever you are. It's cool. I was saying to Alan today, I don't think I could live anywhere else in the world and be happy, other than maybe California. They're pretty relaxed there.
Yeah, I got a question.
Buddy, you gotta make a cool avatar.
I got a question for all you guys.
Use Puck from what the fuck was that? The X-Men of Canada. What were they called? They had Puck and Wendigo and
Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight, yeah.
Yeah, use Puck from Alpha Flight.
That was the start of Wolverine.
Well, there's Math Pig still here.
Yeah. Oh, Math Pig. A drunken Irishman. Always looking for his Lucky Charms.
Hey Neil, I got a question for all you guys.
What?
Do you think that now that all this virus stuff, they found out?
Why doesn't Pikachu have an avatar? Are they still loading?
I do. They now that they
Can you hear?
They found out. They found out that the virus, right, It's coming
Sorry,
from.
am I interrupting people? I had no idea.
They found
Yeah,
out
he's
it's coming from meat markets. They found out it's coming from meat markets in China, right?
That's one
And
of the
they're
theories. It's
slaughtering
not
different-
confirmed.
It's theories. But if they can farm it and they do all this stuff, do you think that they might start passing laws to ban the production and sale of all meat products within
Hell no.
things,
No.
or start passing laws?
No. They might ban open street food markets.
Yeah.
But that's different.
Okay.
And only there, because if that's where the source was, then they would stop all
that
until it's
that
dealt
seems to be an extreme vegan argument,
I know.
and they're arguing that maybe we should get rid of meat. But I would contest that most of these diseases are coming from China, which is the most populated place in the world.
Coming from
So
North
that might
Korea,
have something
too.
to do with it.
It's also coming from North Korea too, like the northern part of North Korea.
I've never heard that.
They don't. North Korea is not releasing any of the information at all from that area.
I do think that there is something to those open meat markets, the livestock markets that with all the feces there. Yeah, that should be
not
cleaned
so
up.
much the feces. What it is that China, they implemented laws that just gave free reign to farmers to just go ahead and farm whatever animals they want for economic reasons, just because there was so much famine and starvation happening that there's like, all right, whatever, just raise whatever the fuck you want and let's get everybody fed. And it helped. But the problem is that humans got introduced to a lot of species that we didn't normally interact with, and we're consuming this, and the viruses and all the things that were specialized to these organisms were able to jump ship into humans. And this is not the last time this is going to happen.
No.
My thing is, once they start passing all the laws and through the states and everything, even if it doesn't make it to the supermarkets, what will start happening is that you see these states like in Louisiana, right? They have big seafood industries. Yep. And what will happen is that these Louisiana
I want to go there
states and so forth. And what happens is they're heavily involved in that seafood industry, and it's a major part of the state's economy. And so when the state comes forward and they start saying that, look, you can't sell this to the street markets anymore, and you can't, it has to go through restricted grounds now. All the fucking guys that are going out on the boats, pulling out the crawfish and the crabs and that shit like that, they're gonna get pissed as hell at the fucking government because of all.
They already
going
are,
on.
To be honest,
yeah.
Now, Pikachu,
I get pissed as hell at that.
I used to catch my crawfish the old-fashioned way by taking hot dogs and traps and fucking catching them in the irrigation canals.
Well, X, if you lived in Louisiana, so you know what it's like, how these fuckers are down here are like about the crawfish and the shit down here. I
know that you barely understand a fucking word that they're saying half the time because they're speaking Creole.
Yeah.
But they get pissed about it.
Sound like that alligator guy from the Turtles.
They get pissed about that shit.
Well,
I ain't no man.
And I was gonna say, anybody that wants to bitch about that, man, just take your ass to Natchitoches and get some meat pies, man.
Oh yeah.
Go up to the Upper Peninsula here in Michigan and try to understand a word they're fucking saying.
Oh, the Yoopers are a weird breed of their own, man.
But
I asked Mike 10 times, like, what? Oh, you said you. Yeah. Okay. What was the second word?
No, Irish Swede. They're not Canadian French. They're Acadian French, which is different.
Yeah, but
so
you come down here,
one's from the same area.
You come down here, or you have the federal government telling them that, like, through the Food and Drug Administration stuff, telling them that they can't fucking sell to these street markets and that they have to do all this restriction shit. They're gonna get super pissed.
That's his name, Leatherhead.
Yeah, but like that's in Louisiana, like some super red state. That would never happen there, right?
No, it's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen on.
Well, yeah, actually, I should take that back. I think the red states would do it first. So
no, it's gonna happen on a federal level eventually. Eventually, they're going to do something on the federal level. The states in Louisiana are going to fight the shit out of it. But
I mean, that would be like taking people's guns away. I just don't see them doing that shit because you're right. You're going to have unrest in the population, and I don't think that'll happen.
on a federal level, they're going to start doing something, and just the remote
learning Floridian.
Yeah. The remote movement towards that is going to piss everybody off down here.
Swede, some of them migrated from Canada. Many of the French people in New Orleans, Louisiana area actually are from France.
Yeah.
Right. So, but many came from
Creole.
Quebec as well.
There's a lot of Creole history and stuff like that. So,
but originally the French here came from France.
Yes.
So really, it's French down there.
They're quick to tell you that shit too.
Just
yeah.
Like, I mean,
but the language is different now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Quebecois slang is very different from France.
Yeah, very different from Parisian French.
I speak English, bad English, and basic Japanese. That's about it. So.
English, bad English,
and a bit of German. I can understand German better than I can speak it.
Yeah, I speak a mix of Yankee and hillbilly. That's the only dialect I know.
If we're counting redneck, I mean redneck or hillbilly. Yeah, I got those too.
Yeah.
But
they're distinct.
But just that slight bit of movement towards restrictions on the seafood industry.
Pikachu,
have you been on any mind-altering substances lately?
No, I'm just saying.
I hear you now. I was missing out.
Like I'm like honestly like a good like 128 ounces of beer in right here, and it's just like, are you okay, man? Do you need a hug?
I'm fine.
This is an interesting question. You can say yes and no, because I know many atheist content creators that also have a Twitch channel. Like we'll say, for example, Eric Murphy comes to the top of my head.
Oh,
but they game there. They don't really go talk about atheism all that much.
Actual Jake from
yes,
Hannah and Jake. They have their own channel there as well. So
Cyrus the Skeptic, I believe, has a Twitch channel as well.
Matt
Dillahunty, Eric from Talk Heathen. He does Twitch.
I want to. I just don't have the time for
Twitches.
it. Hey, Knock, I'm on day shift now, so if you ever need anybody to guest or anything, let me know. Give me a time and I can put it on a calendar. So.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get back on day shift too, so I can have more evenings.
I haven't been off day shift. I haven't been off of like swings or grave shift for like 10 years. So like coming to days, and I'm like, what?
Well, this must be like unburied treasure for you right now.
Like, what the fuck is 5 a.m.? Like, I remember staying up to 5 a.m., but like getting up at 5 a.m. Like, this is weird.
A lot of people go on Twitch, but they don't do the atheism there because Twitch is really more about gaming. So that's what they do.
But you can also have just conversation stuff that you have on there.
Yes.
Well, basically, what you do is you start up OBS. You send them in through start up OBS. You just send a link through Discord to OBS. Then it daisy chain links to Twitch, or you can daisy chain it to Mixer, and then you daisy chain it to YouTube.
I know what he means by daisy chain.
Okay, I'm going by the original meaning of daisy chain, but
yeah.
I mean, I have
no idea.
Digital daisy chain.
I bought like a year-long thing for Streamlabs to be able to do like streaming stuff to different places.
Too. Mm-hmm.
I just stopped after like the first episode because like it devolved very quickly into racists like jumping on the show because we had an open phone number for people to call in on.
Mm-hmm.
And like people just like immediately went to racism. Like some guy would keep calling in and just going F N words, F N words, F N words, and I'm like, come on, really? Like,
Ali keeps wanting to do a call-in show, and that's been my main reason. I'm like, fuck, Ali. Like if we let people call in here, we're gonna get the worst of the worst. This is not a good idea.
Well,
I have to get Dark Matter on my show.
He's
that would be awesome.
I know his story is
I
fucking.
was talking with Mikey about because he was doing a gaming stream on Google Hangouts because he's still got Google Hangouts, but now it's a paid service, and he was
it's like an enterprise thing now
with Mixer and YouTube, and happened was I was asking him, I said like, would you ever open this up to the chat, to the people that are in the chat on the game, and like let us bash it out with them? And he said, hell no, because if there's racists in the video game, that find out like you're uploading this to YouTube, then they're going to go to your YouTube channel, and what they're going to start doing is false flagging your YouTube channel for, racism and this and that, for the TOS violations that they committed.
Yep, which is why I stopped doing that.
Because you, but you're guilty of because you let them on there.
It happened to me recently. I'm fairly certain NIV false flagged the fuck out of me because I was platforming the shit they said.
Knock, you had fucking Misha Popoff on your show, man.
I know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And now he doesn't leave me alone. I'm like,
he's going around telling everyone that you've admitted that you're no longer an atheist, Naka.
Yeah, he's telling people I'm a Christian now. Like, seriously.
Yeah. He's left 2 comments on my videos about you not. Oh, did you know that Naka submitted that he's not an atheist anymore?
He emailed Matt Powell and told him I wasn't a Christian. Matt Powell literally texted me like, "You're not an atheist anymore." I'm like, "What the fuck are you on, dude?"
Knock. Say something on Twitter, because that's about the only place I see somebody saying stuff is like, "Hey, I'm thinking about having this guy." I would have been like, "No.
Well, what happened was I went on a modern day debate and debated him on Saw. I had no idea who this dude was, so I invited him to the show because he was wacky and shit. And then the night of the show, like Dragna Silvis emails me the fucking article that I was reading. And he was like, "Have you seen this?" And I'm like, "No." And I'm reading it, and I'm like, "What the fuck have I got myself into?"
Is this the 5G internet and like teaching? What the fuck is it? Where they're trying to say like they're teaching kids to have sex based on.
Yeah,
man, he has been working with that one for the last 5 fucking years, and like he is a goddamn train wreck. Man.
There's a conspiracy to turn Jesus gay, and they're training, they're showing pornography in elementary school.
Jesus,
what are you doing? Like a fucking chipmunk over there, dude.
No, I'm
no shit, dude. And then like 2 days after the last time that we talked about him, that's when it happened. So yeah, fuck Misha.
He's okay.
Well, and you saw first and foremost because you were included on the email chain that happened on that one.
I know.
Guys, we're pulling back the curtain a little bit here behind Atheist YouTube here, where he sent out an email to me, Bionic Dance, a couple of other people, including who else was it? Godless Engineer. He sent it to, and he used in the 2 line instead of like the BCC line, so nobody else gets all their information. And so you that's how you mitigate the reply all that happens there. And I was an asshole because this happens at my job on the weekly where somebody replies all, and I'm like, fucking stop. And where it's like, I wrote back to the guy, I'm like, dude, will you please fucking leave me alone? Like, I've gotten unsolicited emails from you multiple times, and I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, like in my last stream, I literally called him out because he watches all of my streams now. I'm like, dude, just leave me alone. Like, this is like borderline fucking harassment at this point. Like, stalker shit.
I had a segment that we did on Utah Outcast a long while back, man. This is a while ago, because he was harassing us.
You're still coming on my show, Puck.
He wanted to be on the show. He wanted to be on so fucking bad. And we're like, no, I'm not having you on the show. Please stop. Lose my email address and don't contact me again. If you happen to contact me, I will view this as harassment and will treat it as such. And the fucker still emails me. And I'm like, because I told him in that email, don't talk to me again. And he writes back, okay, sorry you feel that way. Motherfucker, I just said don't contact me. Are you God?
Yeah, he's like dense. Like
he's dense, man.
He's dense, yeah. That's like the only word for it.
Hey X, you know what you should do? Like write something like what my name is.
What, the gay atheist?
No, right? Yeah, write something like that, and then I guarantee you this.
It's so fucking weird because he'll sit here and say he has no problem with gay people, none. But then you go read his article where he's like talking just nonstop propaganda about gay people.
Well, and for people that might, to bring it back to Utah Outcast here, because that's why I'm here, because Neil had me on, is that we make no efforts to hide the fact that we are part of the LGBTQ community, because I am pansexual, because I may be living in a long-term heterosexual life partner thing going on here. I'm married. I plan on being married to the day I die, or she dies or I die.
I know.
But at the same time, it's like I can't stop checking out dudes sometimes and be like, "That's a good-looking guy," you know, or
I know,
anybody in between. I'm like, God
phoning me
damn,
at 4 in the morning. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, you could say like X. You could say like X of the Utah gay outcast.
No, and that's one of those things where I've kind of gone with it for a long time. It's like it's the channel name has been Utah Outcast. The Twitter handle has been Utah Outcast.
I know.
But like, there's people that like jokingly change their Twitter handles every once in a while, and I'm like,
yeah.
Nah, I just don't.
I change mine whenever a Christian gives me like a really good name. So the last one was the Ghetto Atheist, and now I just changed it to the Raging Idiot. So
I just that's part of my problem is that me as the host of the show and the guy that runs all the social media, I don't dare let Felicia have the social media. I'm sorry, Felicia. I love you. I love you to death, but
I need to find this woman. She sounds awesome.
But actually, you know why I'm saying that? Because here's the point. Number one, he's gonna leave you somewhat alone, probably. But the other thing is,
oh no, that would make it worse.
Because he sees somebody that has a platform. He sees somebody
that's what it's all about. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, look, everybody else out there. I'm not trying to use numbers to provide anything here. Like I have almost 8,000 subscribers. Every single one of those has been hard fought. Like I have been at 74, whatever the fuck it's been for like the last 5 months.
Dude, I hear you, man. Like I fight for every sub I get, man.
Well, and it's like it seems like YouTube has caught on to the fact that like that's the kind of content we produce because. I mean, almost every video I put out there has been demonetized, and I don't mind about that because I got a patron base, and I
don't really care.
The monetization is secondary when it comes to YouTube, but I know that if a video doesn't get monetized, it also doesn't get promoted.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
I think too, though, it's dangerous.
Oh yeah, but that's my whole channel now. So
I think it's dangerous to depend on any one platform for your income.
No, and that's why I prefer Patreon is because I know a lot of people are out there are donating because they like the show that we put out there.
Yeah,
so.
I have 4 patrons.
Yeah. Well, I know we decided we're not going to reapply for remonetization. Despite the hard part is that algorithm because it does help with the algorithm.
Yep.
But we're like fuck the capitalists. We're going to do what we do. You know.
Well,
Neil, you should have 5 right now. I think
that's why. Like, my viewpoint is like you see, you get these people like what you guys are saying, Matt Powell. You get them to respond to that gay atheist part. And then they just respond to those words and say, "Ooh, blah 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 blah," and then they start doing like what H Bomber guy was saying in the woke brands video, where everybody was just posting outrage and then giving you all this attention, and then tweeting about all this attention, and then giving you more views and giving you more shit. And then like giving you more traffic and stuff, and then you go and you put.
I don't get traffic from anybody.
Like
this is a big internet hug for X because Utah Outcast just became a patron.
Yeah,
you didn't have to. That's great, dude. Thank you.
You have your Patreon stuff, and then you have your Patreon stuff, and then look, it's the way to do,
Yeah.
But you just gotta watch out.
Patreon, I like Patreon because for one, you don't have to do it, and you're still part of the show. You're still watching me. You're still supporting me. Yeah. But when you do that's taking that extra effort, and then it gives you a link to me. So now I can talk to you right there on Patreon. I can do special shit for just the patron members. I really enjoy it, and we just really started focusing on Patreon last couple months.
I don't know if Ariandu is out there still in the chat, but she could tell you what kind of bargaining she gets from the shit that I do out there. Like, okay, to give you guys an example.
I like your Patreon show, X. That's just the bomb.
Every week, I produce for free the people out there in the world. They get a audio podcast. They get 7 clips a week. 2 of them happen to be declassified patron stuff. One is a 6-month show. One is a 1-year show that they've had to wait to get that shit.
I run this one too.
But for the patrons, they get a completely uncut show. They get free live stream. Oh, not free live streams, they have to pay for it, but the live streams that come to them for being patrons, they get to hang out the entire time if they want to. They get to come into the chat as much as they want to. Like, I feel like I provide enough for the patrons out there where it's a good fucking deal, especially when you think about like it's $1 a month. You know, it's like, they don't get the uncut show, but they get the commercial free shit. They get access to the patron shows that are 6 months early. There's a lot of good things you can do on Patreon to entice people to join in.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that I like best about doing your show, and it's really like it's been 6 months since I did your show, and I still talk to Ali about it. I'm like, when I was on X's show, they had the whole focus was Patreon. Like the whole thing was Patreon. The patrons were involved. And I'm like, I want to really incorporate something like that, even if it's just something for the patrons, a show where that they can show up.
As we've changed since then, like anybody that comes into the live stream and wants to join us on Zoom, like they're able to sit through the entire recording, because if you're willing to stay up to for most people, like if it was Central Time Zone, stay up to like 4:00 in the morning to catch the entire show. I'm not going to say, hey, you need to give us more money. It's like, it's great. But if there are people that, like we have Arianda, who's out there in Australia, she listens during her day. We have Arduin, who is a great fucking human being.
Awesome.
He lives in Amsterdam.
Yeah, that's right. He's the he. What am I thinking?
Yeah, and
I'm thinking
lives,
the other one.
Yeah. He's all over Godless Engineer stuff, and he's a good guy. And he has his own like anime watching channel, which good dude. Go check him out, Arduin. He reviews like the One Piece episodes, Ruby episodes.
I love One Piece.
Anyway, he's a good dude, but he's watching us at like 6:00 or 7:00 in the morning, and he's still up for the day. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ! Like, it still blows my mind that I have a community of people that exist across the globe. Like, it fucking hurts my brain to think that people watch from different countries. I mean, Canada, you don't think much of it. Like Mexico, you don't think much of it because it's North America. It's North America. You don't give a shit about that. But when you get somebody from like Sweden dropping you a line saying, hey, I like your stuff, and you're like, wow.
First time it blew my mind. It was Lada, and she's still in my chats from Sweden, actually. It just blew my fucking mind. I'm like, people all the way across the world are watching me. Like, what the fuck?
It's humbling because, okay, all of us grew up as people that, I can't speak for everybody else, but I was the fat kid at school that made jokes about myself to keep bullies from beating me up kind of thing. And all of a sudden, here I am on the world stage on YouTube, which, I mean, ultimately is a stage for everybody, so it's not that big of a fucking deal. But people are paying attention to me from across the fucking globe. And all I'm doing is just making dumb jokes with my friends. And
good jokes.
All I do is talk shit about God most of the time.
Right.
But you know what's awesome for somebody that doesn't create content like me is like meeting someone like Neil that lives basically in my backyard and getting to talk to you guys all over the world.
Sorry about that.
Realizing there's
out of the tool shed soon.
Pardon?
I said I'm sorry about that. I promise I'll move out of your tool shed soon.
No, I wish if I had a tool shed, it would be fully stocked with beer for you. Trust me.
This isn't your tool shed.
But the thing about that's cool is for people like me, I'm fairly isolated. I'm home because of disability, but I still feel like I have community. So for those of us that watch, it's nice to get
same here.
People that fly the same freak flag I do.
Oh yeah, like me. I've always been fairly isolated, and especially since I've had vein disease in my legs, and my legs have gotten worse and worse. This has become a place to where I can actually get out and interact with people. And I'm a single dad, so I'm here with my 10-year-old daughter most of the time. It's just I don't get much chance to interact with human beings, but now I have humans all over the world that I interact with, and I've met Neil I met so many people all over the fucking place. It's crazy.
Knock, I don't even know how the fuck we met.
You have to pretend you like people. You can't just close the page.
It had to have something like, I think it was like we just came together because of Matt.
It was because I think I reached out to you. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry you're going through this.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck for a while, but you'll be all right.
Yeah. You had been through it, and you had pretty much reached out to me, and you were like, "Yeah, dude, this is gonna suck."
Hey, X, I wish I could go on the Utah Outcast, but I can't. I have trouble sleeping at that late, though.
We've changed recording times. I'm still waiting for things to fucking normalize and equalize in my life. So hang on. So since I'm here, I'm the guest of honor. Neil, thank you for having me. I appreciate you having me on as the guest of honor here. I want anybody out there that's either listening in comments or Knock, Inquisitive, Donna, Pikachu. If you guys have anything, I'm a fucking open book right now. So whatever you got, I'm willing to talk about it.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm worried.
I definitely, if you're doing a different airtime, I would definitely like to come back on because I stayed up all night for that one and I was dead.
Me too. I had so much fucking fun that time I was on with you guys, man.
Well, and that's
and it was so much fun.
It's that it's never like it's a long session. I mean, we've gotten better at it. We're not recording 9 segments anymore. We're recording like 5 or 6, and that's a lot better because, goddamn, sometimes Felicia can really drag things out for like a good.
I fucking love Felicia. I don't know her.
You don't know her yet, but you'll love her.
I love her already.
Well, and she is the most ardent leftist communist person that is like easily accessible. Like she breaks it down to a level where you're like, wait, why haven't I been this way already? You know?
Yeah. She is one of the few that have really like opened my eyes and kind of make you see the truth of it instead of all the biases that you've had your entire fucking life because of that whole Red Scare bullshit.
Her latest thing over the last couple of months has been money doesn't fucking mean anything. Yeah, she would look at that card there, Pikachu, and she'd be like, why are you a socialist? Why are you a democratic socialist? Just be a fucking socialist.
Yeah, that's Felicia right there.
Why do you need the democratic part of it? Fucking
need the extra shit. Yeah.
She'd be like raising the fist. I caught her last night because she started going on and on and on about like leftist shit, and so I brought up the anthem of the USSR. And I started playing it.
I always thought I was a leftist until I got on YouTube. I'm like, I'm not a fucking leftist, man.
You know what?
No, and I'm a fucking capitalist. I have to admit it. I wish it was a better system. I really do. I wish we could reform it. I don't know if we can, but
I'm a hybrid guy. I think we got to keep the best parts of capitalism, bring in some of the good parts of socialism, make it work, you know?
Yeah.
X, what is your stance on the brand of beer Corona Extra? There is one correct answer. This was fucking gross. I have not had a gross beer like that in a long time.
Why is it loud?
I got an opinion on that. Donald Trump and Mike Pence. Show him it again.
Oh, there's Ariandu. She's back now.
Show him it again, yo.
Hang on. Fucking chill, bro. It takes a second.
Corona requires a lime. Requires it. The beer is fucking pissed.
Dead City's like, we cannot be friends, and says, let me on the stream. Look, Dead, if I could show you behind the curtain here, I would. But I have my own brewing stuff.
That's what I think of. That's why I think Corona Extra.
Corona Extra is good with the lime. I will give Inquisitive that. It's pretty tasty with the lime.
Yeah. But
I would agree. That's the only beer I would like.
But it's the lime that
it's
makes
the lime.
beer good.
But
I agree.
That's the problem.
Not the beer that's good.
Not.
Yeah, I agree 100. We cannot be friends.
I'm drinking Johnny's American IPA. It's from Moab Brewing. Really good fucking beer. They make a lot of good small. Like there's a lot of breweries here in Utah. You wouldn't think so, but man, they exist. So.
Yeah, I always recommend Bell's because I work there and we make a good beer.
Oh, then Ariandu said, X, I didn't know you were a home brewer. Yeah, I have a 6-gallon carboy literally right behind where my finger's pointing here. So
hey, X.
And I've got my wort cooler over here behind this stairwell. I've got my like 9-gallon pot. I've got out in the garage the fucking propane stove to cook it on. I want to make more beer. I just don't have the goddamn time, man.
Damn it, Bobby. Sorry.
Yeah. X. My end screen for my videos now, the new one that I have, has the original song for the USSR Their national anthem, the original national anthem they had. It's called the Internationale or something like that.
What's good? Like, what is it, Trollolo guy?
No,
I love Trollolo guy. I laughed so hard when I watched that. We were just making that sound at a billboard the other day.
Tune in this week when I put out the latest episode of Bullshit or Bullshit You Can Buy. I use that as like interstitial music while everybody's trying to decide whether something's bullshit or not.
That's what I'm gonna do because I'm behind. I'm when I clean tomorrow, I usually put on like debates and shit. I'm just gonna catch up on Utah Outcasts. I was watching it every day, and then I got like into Elder Scrolls Online, so I'm a bit behind.
Well, I mean, I had a handful of PS4 games that kept me really busy there for a while, so I don't have anything going on right now.
Yeah, it's so weird, dude. I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online with Brett Keane. We played with Von Helton the other day.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, is Brett Keane atheist or Christian again?
He's in between, I think.
Fuck, man.
How do you be in between?
Well, he's definitely still believes in God, but he's got some harsh words for some Christians now. But we don't talk that shit when we're playing Elder Scrolls. He heals my ass and keeps my ass alive. So
I could not be friends with that guy just for the history that he had.
Dude, we've got so much history. We were talking about it earlier today. Like, we're so different, and yet we can just play video game and get along. It's kind of weird.
Let me clear something up real quick here. When you saying tomato juice and beer, it's actually
chelada.
Chelada, yeah. But in Canada, we do one a little bit differently. We use Clamato juice.
Oh yeah, Clamato with beer is good too.
Red eye.
What the hell is that, Neil? I've never heard of that before.
Vile. That's
my fucking. To each their own.
I live in Michigan, where we don't have shit here.
Clamato is clam juice and tomato juice.
Yes.
And you clam and tomato?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking
It makes a good Bloody Mary. I don't know what the fuck you want me to say about it.
That's another drink that you can get on Bourbon Street.
We call them red eyes. They call them red eyes.
All right, come on, bring it. Somebody, give me some more comments. I love fucking comments. Give me your comments. I need them.
Well, I was at the grocery store yesterday. Neil, I talked about this in your group, and they're not fucking playing in Cincinnati. I was cracking the fuck up, just walking around here, looking over, like, all the hot dogs are fucking gone. Like, all of the hand sanitizer, all of the Lysol, just fucking bare shelves, every single fucking loaf of bread. I mean, if it was, like, even the shitty bread, like, everything, the shelf was bare. I mean, all the toilet paper, like, and even, like, the prison issue, like, dab, don't wipe, fucking crappy-ass toilet paper. That shit was fucking gone. Like,
dude, I've been giving people life hacks on it. Like, people have been complaining. I'm like, holy socks. If you have a hole in your sock, that can substitute.
Inquisitive, let me tell you something.
Well, I'd love to have you on the show.
Hold up. Too many people talking over each other.
Inquisitive, let me tell you something. Every single time we have a major hurricane coming close to New Orleans, that shit happens around here.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, but check this out. The cooler that held the orange juice, the door was missing to the cooler. Glass. I can't fucking believe it. It was it was some crazy shit. I was cracking up.
So yeah, I was reading on Facebook earlier, like, people were about to fight over some, like, fucking eggs and bacon and shit.
Fight for fucking eggs and bacon.
Sure.
So Irish Swede wants to know, I'm writing my dissertation on peaceful policy to transition the economy to employee ownership. It won't happen peacefully. I'm sorry to admit it's not going to happen that way.
Yeah, it never has.
That's got me cracking up laughing. I could just see old grandma with a fucking cane coming there with the egg, trying to get the eggs and the bacon, and she's got the fucking cane. She's trying to take the eggs and bacon with the fucking cane.
Shit is cray right now, man. Like, this is like the closest we've ever come to the zombie apocalypse.
Dude, man,
And the thing is, like, this coronavirus thing that everybody's extremely worried about. I get why they're upset and why they're worried about this whole thing.
Oh shit! They think it's going to be The Walking Dead.
No, God damn it! It's not going to be. It's a more lethal influenza. Is pretty much what it is. It's 10 times more lethal than the influenza.
10 times more infectious.
Yeah. Okay.
Out of 10 people, 9 are going to get it, rather than with the regular flu, 2 might get it, or 3.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, the reason I'm sequestering myself at home isn't because I'm afraid I'm going to get it. It's me sequestering myself with my family because we don't want to be responsible for spreading it to people that are going to die from it.
That's right.
Flatten the curve.
Yeah, I've had this chest cold for the last 2 days, and that's been like the debate is, I think I just got a chest cold.
But go get tested. If you've got symptoms, you can get tested.
I called them and they told me not to get tested. But it's like I don't want to pass it off to some 80-year-old lady that I'm responsible for her now, right?
No, you've had that cough since I've known you.
I know, like I've been sick all winter, man. Like Michigan has been crazy. Climate change is real, y'all.
Are you still out in Battle Creek? Are you still out there?
Yeah, still Battle Creek. Yeah, unfortunately.
Man, that's a rough
word
place.
about that. You see, for me,
I brought that Christian vlogger here, dude. 100,000 subscriber Christian. He came here and I'm like, check out this hood.
Yeah,
this is where I live.
For me, ever since I was like a little kid, I've always had mucus, and I've always had wet coughs.
Great.
All the way since I was a little kid.
Are you sure you're not confusing that with dreams?
And
not me. I smoke a lot, so I'm killing myself. I'm doing it to myself.
Now, like when I have these wet coughs and I'm going into this shit, people come. You go out there and you go coughing and shit. People are like, oh, "You got the coronavirus." This and this and that.
Oh yeah, dude. I like if I'm gonna cough, I run away from people. I get to by myself. I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, I can cough now.
But the problem is, they're so eager to self-diagnose that they can end up throwing you in a hospital and getting the hospital into so much fucking trouble just over this fucking paranoia sort of crap that it just doesn't make any fucking sense. And then the thing is that the thing is that when you look at the coronavirus, the types of coughs that they are talking about are dry coughs, not wet coughs.
Actually, that's not necessarily true, dude, because there have been multiple. I've watched our CBC News up here in Canada has done a bunch of segments on coronaviruses and the different symptoms, and wet coughs are also.
They also
people are developing pneumonias.
Yeah.
So the nurse line, they said the key was they asked me to self-isolate because I have the flu, but there's no need for a test or anything because I don't have a fever, and fever and shortness of breath are the
that's what they told me. I wasn't running a fever, and I didn't have shortness of breath.
Yeah,
but I've had these coughs ever since I was like fucking 5 years old.
Oh, so you're then okay. So that's to be
Well,
you don't know.
And I feel bad
in
about
times of
the
stress,
dick
people
joke,
get stressed.
But
Hey Billy, run down to the store and get Uncle Knock a pack of Pall Malls and some lozenges.
Yeah, that was my childhood.
Yeah. So it's just like it's the same thing with the schizophrenia. Like you say, you go out and you say, "Hey, I'm schizophrenic. I'm this. I'm that." Blah blah blah. Everybody goes out and says, like, "Oh, you need to go to the hospital." You start dialing 911. Emergency shows up, and then when they show up, when the fucking sheriff shows up, they bring you to the hospital. Then they realize, wait a second, the guy doesn't have any fucking problems with schizophrenia, and they're treating him for the wrong thing. Then he goes to the courts and he says, "Look, they fucked up my life," and then they sue his ass. The sheriff loses his job. The sheriff office gets charged with false imprisonment, and then the hospital gets charged with maltreatment.
You saw that too, Don? He's downloading some more beer. X said he's going to go download some more beer.
I like him. I'm going to have to check out that channel. He's got both Alan and I laughing. That's why I keep having to mute. Alan's piping in for you.
Oh, if you haven't seen Utah Outcast, man, it's so good.
Glorious.
I feel left out. And I thought I knew most of the atheist channels. And,
I'll hook you up. You've
hook me up, Neil. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, you betcha. Because there's a lot of really great channels out there.
I like Math Pig a lot.
Including Math Pig's hilarious. Including Nakasuchi over here in the corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Check out that a name alone, Pikachu the Gay Atheist. I thought it was wildly entertaining.
Pikachu doesn't do anything with his fucking channel.
Well,
he just comes to my after parties.
I want to get more of a recording space, or try to get more stuff to record that I need to record to get to do the recordings better. And I need money to do so. And I got some other problems going on. And everything's being put on hold because of all this other shit that's going on.
You just have to keep crashing Neil's channel.
Yeah.
You just have.
But now that I've been here, I'm going to do it too.
I mean, I'm putting some content out, but it's not, it's not like the professional content that I want to put out. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Yeah, it all comes with time, man. Like I like not putting out professional content.
Man, okay, you guys are in my wheelhouse now. I put out scum content. Like some of my shit that I put out, I just edit out the pause at the beginning, pause at the end, and then I fucking publish it because you know what? Nobody fucking cares.
That's right. It's true.
Yeah. They come to YouTube for the shittiness sometimes. A lot of the time,
Well, I mean, that probably could be the reason that I only have like 7,400 subscribers instead of, the million that I wish I had.
got what, 1,300 maybe?
Right.
Oh, you're gonna get a million one day, X.
Like
when you get a million, I'll be at like 3,500.
Yeah. Like my last video was talking about like medical car insurance and shit like that for the disabled and people that have the disability license, disability driver's license and stuff like that, so they don't have to go through car insurance. They can just go through like Medicare for their car insurance and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a very, very like narrow audience there.
Yeah,
Pikachu.
It is, but it's appealing to like
people that want to hear it. Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
I got it's a really bizarre thing that's been happening to me lately. I got the YouTube. Sure, Neil. Just show us the glaring white.
Your giant fucking glowing lightsaber of a phone there.
The YouTube fucking app, you can check out all your comments.
That's their glowing magical device.
That thing is absolute fucking garbage.
I know, but I'm getting all these. Like I got one today from somebody named Tyler. It says cool content, my guy. I go to tap on it to say reply a thank you. Comment no longer available. All right. Now here's another one.
This is what you need to get.
Keep it up.
Right here. TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is the superior app.
That's the shit.
Another one says amazing content. Keep it up. The comical Canadian had put that comment. I tap on it to reply thank you. Comment is no longer available. And I've had a few more like that. Trapstar put nice video. Keep up.
Nope. Trapstar is a fucking spam account. Don't fucking listen to that guy.
Yeah, I think Neil, what that is I think it's spam. I think because I was getting comments from this one dude that was like, great content. Do you want to be friends on YouTube? And then I find out like he had been spamming that on everybody's channel.
Thanks again, Will. Is it payday?
You guys should play ESO with me and Naka.
Look, I just finished the Outer Worlds, and I was really lit down by that one. That was kind of a wet fart of a game. I
will say, like, I actually tried ESO when it first came out, and I was like, this is shit. This is awful. But they got their shit together, and it's a beautiful, brilliant game.
Oh, but I did finish what the fuck is it called? Horizon Zero Dawn. God, what a good game. Coming to PC here pretty soon, so anybody that's a PC gamer can get it outside of PS4. So
I wish I could go back into that shit.
So anyway, you guys want me? I want to share with you guys a comment that I got just a couple of hours ago.
Oh, your comments!
Dude, your comments are the best.
That's actually, I'll be honest with you right now. That's actually my favorite segment of you.
That is so because you're a YouTuber and so you know exactly what it is.
Is it like a doctor reading mail kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
I saw like you do that live. It was good.
Kind of like that, but we will take 20 minutes to talk about one person's comment. So this asshole by the name of Thomas C says, okay, this is a video. Okay, this came about because one of my friends on Facebook was talking about how he's an atheist.
I'll be right back, guys.
So an atheist is somebody that's like, I don't give a fuck what you are. I don't care. You know, that kind of thing. And so we made a video that says atheism is for cowardly edgelord atheists. Is what the video was called. And so the person says, look at these losers. I genuinely respect everyone's opinion on religion, except these three. I don't question existence of God because I learned a long time ago you can't prove it nor disprove it. But last thing I want is to be put in the same basket as self-important atheists who hate everyone who doesn't accept that there is no God. You fat virgins.
I could be.
Hey, Thomas, I fuck. I just want to let you know that right now.
You've got kids.
I've
right?
got proof that I've had sex at least twice because I got twins.
What?
You fat virgins need to put your passion into something more useful than debating about atheism and telling people what they believe or not believe, because I'm pretty sure the Pope himself doesn't give two shits about your belief at this point, you irrelevant fucks.
Yeah, we don't give two shits about the Pope's belief.
Hi, Thomas. You must be new to my channel.
Those are the ones I love the best. Like I read them and I'm like, yeah, you just got here.
Hi, welcome.
Are you new?
You must be new here. like we never on Utah Outcast tell anybody like debating about atheism and telling people what they should believe or not believe. That's not our fucking bag. That's definitely not our bag. God, that is so funny because it's just three you fat virgins. Just like
yeah, like I don't even do that shit. I will talk shit about what you believe, but I'm not going to tell you what to believe.
Well, and I wouldn't like immediately jump to the conclusion of, well, you must not be getting any dick or pussy because you are talking about stuff on YouTube. It's like I will battle you on what you were wishing to talk about here, but I'm not going to be like, you beta cuck soy boy motherfucker. It's just like
beta cuck.
Well, and like YouTube kind of, I mean, I have been propositioned since my YouTube experience started. It kind of helps. I don't take it because, internet trolls are trolls, but
well, okay, knock. When you first started, and Pikachu, you could probably jump in on this as well. When you first started, when you first got those couple of like nasty little comments, you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry you don't like my stuff."
Oh yeah.
What can I do to make this better for you guys out there? I mean,
oh yeah,
I want everybody to like me.
Oh yeah. One of the first comments I ever got was, "Oh, too much swearing for me," and I'm like, "Fuck! How can I make it better?"
Well, I'll be honest with you. When somebody calls me a soy boy, beta cuck, fag, whatever, I just say, hell yeah, that's what I am.
Well, and for me, like anytime like I get a mean comment now, I just hear this song over and over in my head. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Oh no, it's not playing out. Hang on a sec. I got to get this set up. I had it set to go here in a second ago. Wait, actually, I don't think it's going to come across on the microphone. God damn it. I was going to play Lazy Town's You Are a Pirate. Like anytime. A soy boy is somebody who has so much soy in their diet that it's a man that essentially grows a vagina,
What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck is all this stuff that they're
soy boys? Because because soy has a lot of estrogen in it.
If that was true, I think there'd be a lot of men eating a lot more soy.
Well, and that's the thing, is that they seem to think that phytoestrogen somehow is the exact precursor of estrogen, so it's going to make you more effeminate.
Shit, is that what happened?
You don't have to come on here and talk about phytoestrogen, because phytoestrogen does not do that.
Right, exactly.
You can't forget. I mean, there's an important factor here that we're not talking about, and that's all the inbreeding.
Will, are you calling me a simp? God damn you!
I think he's calling Naka simp.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody knows chickpeas is where vaginas come from.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, can you guys hear this if I play this?
No, we're talking about the soy boy milk thing and like how.
I don't hear it.
Okay, never mind.
Like, you drink too much soy, like you grow boobs and shit.
I mean, I have man tits already. That's because not because I like
Moobs,
have estrogen or anything. It's because I like beer.
They're pretty much
beer moobs.
They're pretty much just calling you a man, woman. That's pretty much what they're doing.
But at the same
I'm
time, it's
alpha,
like,
you're beta.
we've debunked that fucking alpha and beta shit.
Yeah,
so
I
much.
know. I hate that shit.
Well, it's gone to the point
I'm an
where
omega.
Kyle and I have said,
whatever that means.
you know, we're not talking about alpha and beta at this point. We're like either gammas or omegas at this point.
Omegas. That's the shit because it sounds the coolest.
Well, no, it's just like, yeah, if you want to call us like fucking lady boys as much as you want, okay, I'm going to give it to you.
What's wrong with that?
That's my point, is that like all of these guys think that they're fucking owning you by saying, how dare you have empathy for other people?
Yeah. How dare you care about human beings, you piece of shit?
Yeah.
And
how dare you?
They're the most beta pieces of shit themselves.
Oh yeah, they get so
masculinity
butthurt over
sucks.
everything, dude.
Nope, we don't use beta. No.
No, I'm just saying that though.
There you go.
They're the snowflakes.
I like
we'll
goose.
just call them that. I used to do this series, right wing snowflakes, because it was the whole anti SJW shit. You know, liberal snowflakes. Now let's talk about the right wingers that get just crazy over little shit.
I got called a snowflake once. I didn't know what it meant.
Oh, I get it all the time. Man. It's like my nickname now.
Screw you, redneck.
Well, you
Maybe
can call
we
me
should
whatever
just
you want. I
stop
don't give a
using
shit.
the
I'll
phrase toxic masculinity, because it seems
just
almost
laugh at
redundant.
you.
We should just get rid of toxic and just say masculinity, because it's pretty much
No,
all
what I've been
toxic.
using instead of toxic
No.
masculinity is performative masculinity.
yeah.
Ugh.
What
Whereas
is that?
the guys that need to beat their chest to show that they're
Yeah.
more manly than you
The
are.
Jordan Petersons of the world.
Will's a lambda. He's a fan of Revenge of the Nerds, I guess.
The tri-lambs.
Yeah,
Lambda,
I'm sorry.
lambda.
I brought Will here. Will is funny.
Oh my god, man!
No, that's okay.
Like I
No, Will is
loved,
good. He's great.
I loved the Revenge of the Nerds movies as a kid, but as
Yeah.
I'm going back and watching them, I'm like, yeah, that's rape. Like that's not.
Oh
funny
yeah, I
at
know.
all.
I did the same
I
thing.
know.
Like I loved those movies growing up, and then I went back and watched them. I'm like, holy fuck!
My husband watches Andy Griffith all the time, and yesterday we were watching one about how she can do it even though she's a woman and all this. I'm sitting here like, oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What
Remember
was
the
Aunt Bee
old
doing in that
Porky's movies?
episode?
offensive.
Yeah. But they didn't think anything of it back in the day.
I would
No, that was just culture back then, man.
Well, you know, because misogyny was the fucking name of the game.
Yeah,
back
it was a man's world.
You know what's even worse is that these people are going into, they're flooding different communities on Reddit, on Facebook, and on all these different stuff like that. And like you
Oh,
have
hey, websites I don't give a shit about anymore.
You have different.
What I care about is I have a conspiracy theory that these right wing fucks are like voting for Joe Biden right now.
No, that's absolutely true because I voted for the Trump's opponent in the primary. No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't.
I would have too.
It's like
Doesn't it make you happy that you read
they're going into like even BreadTube, the BreadTube Reddit page, and they're starting to like, you know, say all kinds of fucking bullshit, acting like the SJW fucking whatever sort of stuff, and starting to act like EOT or whatever the fuck his name is. I ain't gonna name drop it.
Essence of
Essence-
yeah. I'm not
They're
bringing that shit up.
they're acting like that person and doing all the bullshit they did.
They
and
have valid arguments a lot of the time.
destroying.
They back up their sources on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
However, they tend to jump off the fucking deep end a lot of times.
Yes.
Agree. I think that they are one of the smartest people on YouTube, but yeah, they jump off the deep end.
I had them on my them, I should say, on my show.
Well, I mean, I think
Essence of Thought.
I think Essence of Thought is okay with just about anything. Like Peter Coffin's okay with everything, you know.
Yeah.
Because you have Ethel, and then you have you know what? Never mind. Let's talk about
let's talk about something else.
Sorry,
it's such a shitty. I agree, X. I agree.
Are you concerned Faithless Forum might be canceled, Neil?
I've thought about it, but it's still fairly
June
in the future, so we'll see how it goes. Sure, now you show up, Randall or Matthew Randall. I always do that for some reason. I think it's because
Randall looks a lot like Eric Murphy.
What?
Now, Will Kincaid said, I feel the same way about TMNT2 Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah.
Explain yourself a little bit there. I mean,
I'm
that was a terrible fucking movie. I remember loving it as a kid, but going back and watching it where it's just like,
oh no, no, Will, I'm not being dragged into the ridiculous sandwich argument.
Oh, I've had 3 streams, Neil. Come on.
No.
What? There's a sandwich?
Guys,
I'm out of it. Fuck. It is
Kyle,
dude,
I had a whole theology of
my audience.
2 hours of Ocean Keltoy and sock account.
I've never had Ocean
sandwiches.
on. I've never had any of the guys from what was the name of the debate channel that went tits up because of the
non sequitur.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've missed out on a lot there. Yeah, that's a lot of drama. It's like
watch something on there.
Yeah, that's nonstop drama right there.
See, I don't even know why this needs to be asked. Okay,
what's that? What
is
sandwich? Well, the Earl of Sandwich originally defined one as meat and cheese between bread.
Yes. Yes, and
3 people in a bed.
You know what? I don't give a fuck what your definition of a sandwich is. If you want to call it that, I'm good with it. If you want to call ravioli or Pop-Tarts a sandwich, cool.
You could
knock yourself out.
Don't care. I don't fucking care. That's 90% of my argument when people like come up with shit like this on the internet.
Yeah, I know.
YouTube and apologetics.
It's like I don't give a shit.
Man, I don't fucking care. There's kids in cages. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Right. And if I go make a sandwich, I'm grabbing a couple of pieces of bread. I'm putting some fucking jam, some peanut butter, or some cheese, some eggs. It doesn't matter. I'm throwing them together and I eat it. Okay, I might go get
those
a
arguments.
sub
they're
sandwich.
Ridiculous. You can't take those arguments too seriously.
They're stupid.
What they do is they give us practice on just formulating arguments.
Yeah, that's
better
pretty
ways
much
to do that.
It's a practice argument debate.
I would rather have an argument. I would rather have an argument with somebody where I have to go, look,
there you go.
I don't have the answer to that right now. I need to look at this.
Your answer to the Secret of the Ooze, which was the worst of the turtle movies, in my opinion.
Nope, the third movie was really bad.
Actually, that was terrible too. Yes, the first one.
I don't even think I made it to the third one because the second one sucked so bad.
Turtles in Time was bad, man.
Look at this. See, this is the thing. It's a fucking hot dog.
Okay, it is.
But you
it has started now.
It is a sandwich.
Will Kincaid started the shit.
Hang on. It is a sandwich if you split the bun. If it is a definite top and a bottom to the hot dog, you have a sandwich.
Okay.
Most submarine sandwiches are connected on the back.
This boomer shit. Okay, I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm not a boomer.
Yeah, and I'm a fucking millennial. Who cares?
Yeah.
Hey, you called us boomers? No.
You're a Gen Xer too.
So am I.
Are you fucking kidding me? I know what Pokemon the first. Fuck.
Yeah, of course I know.
There are so many things we have. Like Felicia was talking about, Detective Pikachu wasn't based on a video game. We're like, nope, you're wrong about that one. And she's younger than I am, but like Kyle and I were talking about Pokemon the first movie, and so yeah, I know what the fuck you're talking about. I cried when Ash got turned to stone. Fuck you, man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you guys know we'll be on Utah Outcast.
What's that?
A sub is a sandwich.
Cranium.
We call them submarine sandwiches.
Skylar's Cranium would be cool to have on Utah Outcast.
I think I'm cool with him on
Mike.
Twitter.
Yep.
Man, I just suck. I don't fucking invite anybody because I'm like,
Mike
I've had too many people. I have a rule. I have one rule for Utah Outcasts, where it's like, if I invite you on, and you are a no call, no show, you're done. I'm never having you on again.
Uh,
If you are a no call or like a no message, no show, you're done. Like if you miss the show and you come up with a good excuse afterward, I'll think about it. And a certain very prominent atheist said that he would be on the show and did that thing there. I'm not going to name names. I'm just saying that this was somebody that has well over a much bigger audience than I have, where I'm like, come the fuck on, man. Don't, it might've been real. I don't know. Don't care. But like the people that tend to show up every fucking time are the people that have, and I don't mean to use numbers here, have a lower subscriber count than you do.
Yep.
Because they go, holy shit, these people are willing to have me on. And it's not I'm willing to have you on. It's just like, I know people will appreciate it more when they're not highfalutin. You know, I think it's the best way that I could say it there.
Just making sure.
But it would just be like if Mike decided that he was just going to go on, and like y'all came to the decision to do it, like y'all would have a whole lot more views on that stream than on the other ones. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what's a stream? I don't know what those
on
are.
The podcast. This is another version for the podcast.
Telling him I'm not a boomer.
I'm mainly having fun because all of our streams go to patrons only. We don't do public streams. So,
but y'all would have a lot more.
Dead City says, so I assume I'm not invited, right? Dead, if you have any like problematic shit on your Twitter, I will find out about it and know you're not invited. But if you're cool, fucking come on. I don't care.
Jen is great. Yeah, I think Jen would be good for your show.
Jen's awesome, but Jen's not on Twitter anymore.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
not on
good.
Twitter no more.
I don't blame anybody for that because it's a goddamn hellscape.
Yeah, it's pretty.
But Jen is good people.
Crazy Catnip says we all did X,
Yeah.
crying about Ash Ketchum dying or turning into stone. We all cried. We did.
Hot dogs are meat Twinkie. Oh, here we go. Now they're bringing Twinkies into the shit.
Meat Twinkies.
Well, at least it's better than turning into. At least it's better than God turning.
Oh God, that made me so hard right there.
Trust me, you guys got to go watch the theology of the sandwich because we get into the whole religious aspects and you know the baker and you know
I don't give
the
a
creator
fuck.
of the sandwich. It was good shit. It was good shit.
Will never be a sandwich.
I mean, Ocean Keltoy, Sokka Count doing the philosophy of the sandwich. I mean, it's brilliant. It's a fun argument if you're drunk and high.
At least it's better than God turning you into
And
fucking
then-
salt for turning around.
Like you're trying to tell me that cereal.
There's 90% of this thing in here that just goes.
You.
None of that matters. None of this matters.
Yeah, it doesn't. But it was fun.
Meat Twinkies. Fuck.
Meat Twinkies.
It's Will, you started the shit all the goddamn time. Will Kincaid, you're banned.
You all remember that?
Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolu. Have I seen Mewtwo Strikes? No, I actually I'm not really a big fan of Pokemon, to be honest. I play the Pokemon Go when I'm bored as shit, but other than that, I've never been a card collector. I think I have one card.
The card game is actually coming from a guy that used to play stuff like
I played Magic for years.
I played Rage for years. I played Magic for years.
Played
Yu-Gi-Oh! Netrunner for a number of years. Going from those very, very fucking complicated games into Pokemon, where a lot of it is coin flips.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
This really isn't that hard of a game to master, man.
Yeah, I like the Pokemon games from like the Nintendo 64 era. Those were really good, but I haven't gotten into it since.
Well, I liked the Game Boy Color games.
The Game Boy games were good too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then especially when the Pokemon Stadium came out.
I am offended.
You could play them like on the Nintendo 64.
You're not a Pokemon Jen.
You guys want me to go get my Nintendo 64 copy of like fucking Pokemon Stadium?
You have a 64?
Man,
I need to play Mario Kart 64 so
Okay.
I can beat fucking genetically modified Spectre.
I have everything except the Master System and a Neo Geo. That's about it. That's the only two that I'm missing out of my collection right now.
Yeah, you've got like the best collection of T-shirts, like GI Joe, fucking Marvel. Like I'm jelly right here.
Oh man, knock! I wish I was still wearing most of that stuff, but like a lot of it went to the thrift store, and a lot of it because I've gained weight because.
Oh, I've had that problem, my friend.
Because I eat my feelings.
Me too. I eat, and I used to drink my feelings. I just eat them now. So.
Well, I mean, I would be continuing to drink, but I drank the whole 4-pack earlier, and
oh god,
I mean that's nothing. Utah just barely got 5% beer allowed in stores, so
I've like miraculously been sober for 2.5 months.
Yes.
It's like a fucking like. There's my argument for the existence of God is not got sober. So.
Here's the thing: I'll go fits and spurts where I'm like, nope, no drink, nope, not doing it at all, and then all of a sudden I'm like, but beer though.
But beer.
And everybody that heard me just say that right there understands exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I understand.
Beer is one of the most perfect foods and because it is a very, very wide-ranging type of beverage.
Yeah, it's like the only beverage in the food groups, right?
I mean,
like it's technically a food.
I used to be a marathon runner. Like, I mean, I was still a hefty marathon runner, but I was running 9-minute miles, and my wife bought me a home brewing kit, and that was the beginning of the end for me, guys.
That's when the shit hit the fan.
I know, like I watched my videos when I first got on YouTube 3 years ago, and I'm like, dude, I was thin. What happened? And then I'm like, oh yeah, liquor.
You know what happened? YouTube, because you're doing this instead of working
I'm sitting
out.
on my ass all day.
By the way, for the sandwich argument, this is a sandwich. We call it a barley sandwich.
Yeah, I agree.
Liquid bread, as Geo Sam said out there.
Oh, Geo Sam's awesome too, man. What's up, Geo Sam?
Fucking subscribe to me on YouTube. Find my shit. Come on.
I like my beer.
You guys will have fun.
Near beer tastes like piss, so I ain't drinking near beer.
I guess the last thing y'all want to do is come down here in New Orleans and hit Bourbon Street.
Nope,
I did that. I used to do that. I lived in North Carolina, so I hit Bourbon Street every Mardi Gras. I just don't remember it too much.
Now, Pikachu, what I'm really sad about is that I miss king cakes. I miss those like a motherfucker out here in Utah. Like I miss like being like Fat Tuesday and then Good Friday, but like everything in between, you know, all the fucking good foods and shit.
They do have some good food and culture down there.
I miss the fucking shrimp etouffee. I miss the fucking jambalaya that I used to get. I miss watching Tony Sachery. I miss watching Laissez les bon ton roulé on the fucking TV channels out there. I miss a lot of living in Louisiana. I miss going fucking fishing at Lake Kincaid. I miss a lot of that shit.
Yeah, dude.
But I tell you what,
it's good country.
I don't miss ignorance.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. like doesn't like New Orleans had it used to, but pre-Katrina, at least I know this for a fact. They had like a fucking pickpocket guild, right?
Right. Yep.
I mean,
that's kind of always been there.
Yeah, like that's been a thing forever.
Yeah.
Just don't be an idiot and have your wallet hanging out of your pocket. You're just fucking asking for
it.
Yeah.
You go into Mardi Gras, put your money in your sock, dude. Seriously.
They've always had crime around Mardi Gras. It's just something that's always been going around for years.
That's the thing. Treat Mardi Gras like you're going to a fucking concert. Lace your keys up into your shoes. Stash whatever cash and fucking cards that you have in the fucking socks that you're wearing. You know, just
this year,
I would take this opportunity to reach out and say that once an idiot, not always an idiot. My husband had his wallet stolen by a peeler in Las Vegas wearing a thong. So sometimes smart people are pretty stupid.
Well, they've had some more
the
serious.
peeler was wearing a thong, or your husband was wearing a thong?
It could have been both.
Because that's a good fucking story. I would love to hear.
If you want to hear about some of the stories about Mardi Gras, if you think about what they had this year, like this year they actually had people dying because what was happening was people were they have these floats, right? They have the Mardi Gras floats, and in between them, they're like a train and so forth. And people were getting drunk and all this shit, and they were falling in between the floats, getting caught and shit. And the floats would just like run them over and kill them.
Well, that's just Darwinism.
What?
Hold on, we need to visit this. You know, where do you put a wallet when you got a thong on?
Exactly.
He's yelling exactly.
There's that forbidden hole back there.
Well, I mean, considering I don't have much of a dick to begin with, you could just put it up front. I mean, that's cool.
Lift the bag up. Never mind.
You must have stuck it in her eye.
Hey,
Is butt cheeks one word, or do you spread it? Never mind.
Dude, I was totally gonna play video games tonight, and then I was like, no, X, what the fuck? I'm at work. How the fuck?
It's so rare. Neil, you don't understand how fucking rare it is to catch me outside of Utah Outcast.
I think this might be the first time I caught you outside of Utah Outcast.
Dude, man, it's been awesome.
If X shows me titty, I'll send more money. All right, here you go. There's titty right there. There you go.
That works. Holy
Send Neil
shit.
some money. There you go.
And Duke missed it.
Oh yeah, mind you, it's stupid a clockwork. Duke is.
Well, and that's the funny thing is like Felicia wishes she could show titty on the show a lot of the time.
Yeah,
but she won't. She'll wear revealing stuff, but I'm always putting it in her face where I'm like, hey, check it out. I can do this and nobody cares. But you know, you show yours and all of a sudden it get demonetized and fucking kill our channel.
Yeah, your channel's gone.
Well, it is frowned upon by YouTube.
Yeah, it would be if a woman shows her tits, that's pornography, right? On YouTube.
Yeah, it counts as pornography because areola on.
Well, our nipples are superfluous, so
right. And most of the time, whenever I do stuff like that, I'll make sure I go through the video and update it. A deal's a deal. Will says.
Deal's a deal. I like Will.
Now, mind you, Neil, that both Knock and myself are in the same time zone as Duke. That's no excuse.
Right.
Oh, that's true.
So most of the time, whenever I do,
it's only 12:30. It's not fucking that stupid a clock.
Whenever I show nipple
early
on the channel, I will go through and I'll whenever the shirt goes up beyond nipple, I'll edit in a fucking piece of pepperoni over my nipple.
Oh, fucking Will Kincaid, man, I love you.
What is it? Thanks for making a spank bank deposit. Hey, fucking cheers. If I'm getting you off, I'm doing the right job. So
it happened here live, people. It happened.
And I know Will Kincaid. He's probably not joking. So.
No, and I'm all for it. I don't give a fuck if anybody else wants to tug it to me or schlick it to me. I don't.
Oh,
care.
neither do I. I take it as a compliment.
It's a compliment.
Male,
Great.
female,
I'm glad I get you there.
Whatever you are, man. If I help you out, please.
God damn it! I really wish I would have done this after I recorded last night because.
Oh, whoops!
God damn it! Because we made jokes about how like, subscribe, and come. You know, we were joking about that last night where we're like people are probably tugging it to us right now, and we're like subscribe and come, you know, or share and come. We don't care.
Go get the pepperoni fuck stick.
Go get the pepperoni fuck stick. I do have some in the fridge upstairs. I could go get some.
Have you guys ever ran across anything from Dave Doppelmayr about the coronavirus shit?
I'm not. What?
Dude, Dave Doppelmayr is one of my specialties. Yeah.
I haven't. I haven't
yeah.
because I've been
anything from him saying about this virus.
It's Dave. I mean,
so you need to remind me on the fundies. Who's Dave Doppelmayr?
Dave Doppelmayr is he used to be like the salt and pepper bearded and goateed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That wore the tinfoil covered hat.
Yeah, that fucker.
Yeah, that guy.
I gotta see something funny from him. You know what I'm saying?
My nipples aren't superfluous. Okay, that's okay, Gio. You just don't have to be.
I mean, do you use them for anything though? That's the definition of superfluous, though.
Once a year, I hang Christmas decorations off them, but
I'd like to see that.
No, you don't.
Your new avatar.
Well, that's okay. Mine kind of look.
You'll be grabbing forks from the kitchen, gouging your eyes out.
Mine kind of look both different sides of the room at the same time, so it's not really
you got
to worry about. So.
Yeah, I had a piercing in my left nipple at one point in my life, so I got one nipple always hard, one nipple flatulent. You know,
Flatulent.
flaccid. Not
Flaccid.
flaccid.
Yeah. I'm sober. I can't get my words right.
The man with the farting nipple.
I was wondering what that squeaky noise was.
I get that shit at work all the time. Like, why is your left nipple hard? And I'm like, fuck, man, it's goddamn nipple ring.
It's like that guy that injected coke in his dick and went had a perma woody for.
I only had one lobe pierced at one time, and it was this guy right here. I never got anything beyond that. I'm like, fuck, that hurt.
I got them all over. I had them all over.
Dude, when I left Christianity, I was like, I'm gonna become a freak, so I pierced everything everywhere. it was weird.
Well, since we're on the nipple flatulence, god damn it.
Nipple flatulence. Yeah.
This is where we are. This is all
Kincaid.
my fault. I completely own up to this. All right, so let's see. Since we're talking piercings, let's talk about tattoos. Tattoos, anybody?
My nipples are register my trans powers.
Yeah, I purposely make my tattoos as offensive as possible. Here, let me turn on my camera, so I'll put it up. It's if you can see.
Boy, that was a loud zipper. Jesus Christ.
Fiction.
I like that.
Yeah.
I have, and I've never shown anybody on the Utah Outcast channel, but I have this fucking monster tattoo that I have on my shoulder here, where it's the Coheed and Cambria symbol for the key work. But it's
cool.
I mean,
that's pretty badass,
music
dude.
Nerd.
Yeah, I don't understand what it means, but it looks pretty badass.
It's comic book shit. Nobody really cares.
I taught myself how to draw in comic books, but it was like your conventional shit, Wolverine, X-Men. You know?
Yeah, actually, Randy has made a great point here. I think, that would suck for babies. Your nipples farted.
That would make them really colicky, you know.
Yeah, Mom, the breast milk. Wait, what am I doing here?
Tat show. Yeah, we were talking tats. I need to get more. I just haven't gotten.
Are you okay?
I can't.
Yeah, I'm due for one myself.
And I cannot get more because I'm a dedicated blood donor now. So.
Oh. Well, I just lie about that shit.
6 months.
It's just lie about it.
Yeah, just lie, dude.
I can't do that.
No, you can't.
For the safety of people.
I'll bring you guys cookies for the next one. I really would have liked to have met your friend too, Randall.
Randall, he
from Canadian.
Randolph, yeah, he goes with every time.
Oh, he is such an awesome dude. He's so cool.
He's very smart. I really enjoyed. I watched the debate with him and that ridiculous fool Darth.
Oh my God, you saw that?
But he was so patient and intelligent.
That Joe Dawkins nuts.
Oh, I know.
I am personally Darth Dawkins' favorite. I am.
He handled it so well. I really liked it.
Oh, hey, IQ, I saw that you subscribed to me recently. Hey, welcome to the show.
What, IQ hadn't subscribed to Utah yet?
Yeah, he's one of my most recent subscribers. So I was just seeing that over here on the other screen.
Yeah, IQ, you'll like that shit. It's good shit. Check out the Kim Ham videos. They're older. Fucking hilarious.
Oh, those are great.
Oh, yeah, he's so ridiculous.
We're never 100% serious about anything we talk about.
Oh, they're so good though. Those Kim Ham videos. That's what hooked me on Utah Outcast.
I've wanted to do more because I've gotten a lot more because Dan Phelps is the guy that is he's the archaeologist that's fighting against Ken Ham out there in Kentucky, and he sends us shit directly.
Oh fuck yeah, hell yeah, dude.
And it's like, man, I like as much as I want to get like as deep as you are into this whole thing. It's just like, man, I don't fucking care. Like it's one of those things. Like the whole Grant County, Kentucky, got taken for a fucking ride by a fucking con man that was doing the monorail scheme. You know?
He fucked that county.
Money was used on that. That's infuriating. What a waste of money when kids don't have lunch.
Right, and I want to help spread the message of that kind of thing, but at the same time it's like how weird is it to me as a content producer of the host of the channel and everything to talk about, hey, we're a podcast and YouTube from Utah that is primarily talking about the Ark that's in Kentucky. Where the fuck are my Kentucky atheists at? Where are you guys on YouTube? Seriously, guys.
No shit. Where the fuck are they?
Well, and I'm good friends with Dietrich Von Doom, who's one of the members of the Satanic Temple. He's he's one of the Kentucky American atheist directors out there, and he's fighting the good fight. And he keeps getting fucking banned on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. So He's a good guy. And he said, hey, if you're ever out this way, let me know, and we'll talk to the Tri-State Freethinkers, and we'll get you into the ARC for free, which might actually be happening sooner than later now that we're not being allowed to go to American Atheist Convention. God damn it. I don't want to go see the ARC.
Why do I need $2?
Was that convention canceled?
Yeah, the American Atheist Convention got canceled. So.
Oh, that sucks.
Here, man. You gotta be more serious than that.
I'm glad I didn't go. I'm glad I didn't go whole hog into buying T-shirts and stickers and everything to give away at the convention, because I would be sitting on those for like a year.
yeah. I saw you got a little bit of shit.
Yeah, I've started amassing some swag, and I've started producing other shirts. And because every time I go back and listen to some of our stuff that's older, I'm like, man, that's funny as fuck. That needs to be a T-shirt. I really should put that on there. Like the one we went on yesterday was like, Felicia said, hey, the Utah Outcasts, high quality YouTube, because we were talking like dick jokes or something. And I'm like, yep, that's a fucking T-shirt. That's got to be a T-shirt. And I made the fucking logo today.
I know somebody you guys got to respond to. I don't know if you guys responded to Caitlin Bennett, but you got to.
Oh, yeah, fuck that shit. Or, I'm not going to say fuck her. I'm just going to say God bless her heart.
Caitlin Bennett.
Outcasts have responded to it, but you got to.
At least her channel is Liberty
Hangout.
Yeah, Liberty Hangout. She is she's the AK-47 chick that went to the college. And she got the big blonde hair.
Okay, I know who you're talking about now. Here.
It's an AR-10, not an AK.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah, she's that chick that went to her graduation with it.
Nope, you don't have to say anything beyond lady that shit herself and got pictures taken on the internet. So.
That's correct, yes.
What?
Yeah, she was wearing a party dress and she shit herself.
She was going to colleges and like harassing people, and then saying about like how transgender, like how they were putting tampons in the men's bathroom and shit. and about she was harassing people, saying about how certain men were having periods and stuff like that because they were trans men and so forth.
Hey, guess what, people? Trans men have periods.
Yep.
That's their business. What do you care? Why are you so concerned about their genitals?
Who the fuck cares?
Damn business.
Exactly.
And my sex life is none of anybody's business.
At least, you know.
I don't go through any of that.
Well, I mean, when you're on YouTube, you kind of make it other people's business. I talk about sexy times every once in a while.
No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They don't get to comment on what I talk about. Neither does anybody to Felicia or Kyle or whatever we're talking about. It's like that's our own business. You know? Yeah, if you decide to share it, that's up to you. But it's not up to them to concern themselves with it. And I wonder what's wrong with their heads that they do.
Well, because they're worried. They're worried that trans women are going to rape women in the bathroom. No.
Okay, I used to go to this bar called Celebrities here, and it's as gay can get. And it was my favorite bar for many years. And
sounds like a cool place.
They call it a women's bathroom, but everybody goes in there. And not once did I ever have anything but a fabulous conversation.
Well, yeah, true fact here. Like, I think still to this date, there's never really been a case of a trans person raping anybody in the bathroom. But there's been plenty of those cases of religious clergy doing it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You've got a crazy catnip says that he wants to jump in.
She actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Cat is awesome. I am actually going to jump out. So I'm like here like an hour and a half later, and I planned on me. I just want to say what's up to X. So.
Yeah, Knock. It's good to see you, man. I'm glad to talk to you actually live.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where like if I was still on the shift that I was on, I wouldn't be doing anything like this because we would be. An hour and a half into doing the regular show. Right. Well,
yeah, dude. Like, and when I was working third shift, you know, we would talk on Twitter all night. And ever since I've been on first shift, it's like we've been on different shifts.
Yeah, and I'm on first, so I'm able to talk. But Jesus Christ, they're getting their money out of me right now.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Sorry, Donna. What was that one?
Catnip can take my spot if she likes.
Oh no, I am literally jumping out, Donna. But before I do, I want to tell you. That earlier when you were like interrupting people, that wasn't you. That's like a glitch in SteamYard.
I'm so sorry. I felt
no, don't be because it's literally a glitch in SteamYard that they're working on right now. So it's not your fault.
if it happens again in future, let me know.
Yeah, no, it's a glitch in SteamYard. They're working on it. So yeah, but I wanted to let you know that you don't have to worry about that. That's like I've literally started telling people before my shows start when I'm using SteamYard until they fix it that if you can't hear everybody, if it becomes apparent, then drop out, come back in.
Yeah, everybody had the swirl like you were still loading. That's why I thought, are people still loading? Not everybody's here. I couldn't see Pikachu or you.
Yeah, it's a glitch in the system, but they are fixing it. So they're it's still a new thing.
Anyways,
all right, but I'm out, guys. I'll let Kat come up in here. You guys have a great night. Sorry, Neil. Sorry, as I interrupt you again.
Well, that's how all hosts do.
I love you, Marco.
Yeah, I know. I love you, brother. Y'all have a good night.
You too, brother. I'm not letting anyone else in because I have to bring this to a close.
No, I'm having fun.
I have to go. I have people that are waiting for me. So.
Oh, no problem.
No.
He's an important man, you know.
You guys can. I think when I close this out for me, I think all you guys can still shoot the shit, but it's not going to be live.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody's recording it though. Go.
I'm probably gonna go to bed soon too because I gotta go to sleep.
I have to give my dogs medicine. I'm sorry.
Fine. I see how it is. Everybody all of a sudden magically has shit they need to do.
Magically. Well,
Neil,
you know, shit they had to do like an hour and a half ago. They just been putting it off.
You caught me.
Well, I know I'm going to talk to my wife. She's like, I thought you were done at 9. I'm like, I was. But
thank you, Neil. This was very fun. Thank you, everybody.
Anytime. And X, by the way, you're welcome. If I'm doing an after party and you happen to notice, you're welcome in anytime, brother.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. I would be available about this time every week. So
there you go. So perfect. There you go. You can jump in anytime you see. I do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So if you see me going, and you say, "Hey, got room for me?" I'll be like, "Yeah."
I would be dead asleep Monday and Wednesday, but I'll look into Saturdays for you. So
yeah, for sure,
man.
Anyways, dude,
Dan, this was a good show. Neil, great discussion. Steve S says, Ariando says it's been fun. Dead City still wants to hop in, so
no, I have an urgent no, it's going to be something utterly ridiculous. So you're going to have to wait, Jen. The next time X is in, you can jump in and say something.
I have an urgent message for X, they said, though.
I was going to say that since you're part of the TST and all that, we should get Lucian Greaves in here.
Oh, well,
and do a interview with Lucian Greaves.
Man, I'm not that plugged in. The person that I am good enough with is Shalise Blythe is the only person that we've ever had on the show, and she is an expatriate of Utah.
No, with Neil.
Oh, with Neil. Okay.
Yeah.
I could probably have somebody that I know get in touch with Lucian because I know a few people that know him.
Oh, you definitely have all the fangirls on then because he has quite a following from what I've read. Like everything I read about Satanic Temple, it's like, oh, he's so cute.
Lucian is
except his dead eye. I don't give a shit what he says.
The wonky eye.
So there.
All right.
There's that.
Sweet.
There you go. I would watch that one. I think they're really funny. Well, I think they're very smart. Let me rephrase. I think they're very smart, and I find a lot of what they do very entertaining.
They're doing the best thing they can is by taking the piss out of everything that Christians have to say. So
I glitched out. No, I said I know X will probably definitely go into that after party if he knows Lucian Greaves is in there.
Oh yeah. I mean, but Lucian doesn't even know I fucking exist, so
all right. So anyways, thanks again, X, for joining me today.
Oh, let me put this away.
That was a good joke, by the way.
Okay, there we go. See, everything on hand nearby.
Yeah, exactly.
Neil, thanks it's been a real blast, man. I've had a good time tonight.
Yeah, me too, dude. It was awesome. I'm just gonna make note here of everyone I got to thank afterwards.
Yeah, now I'm sobering up. How boring.
No more of those King beers?
No, I'm done. I drank everything I bought from the local store.
Well, don't go looking for the stuff in the store now. There's nothing left.
No, there's plenty. Like, that's one thing you'll never run out of in Utah is beer, because most Mormons be like, ew, beer.
That's awesome. I know where to go in the apocalypse.
I'm scared of the beer.
Basically, if I go to the store now for anything, I'm going to Time Saver, not the grocery store.
Oh.
All right.
They buy everything.
I'll just go to the Asian market. Most Utahns don't know how to fucking buy shit there, so.
Well, actually, to be honest with you, everything at the Asian markets and everything and all this, because all of it's coming, all that shit's coming from the United States.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to worry. I'd gladly buy gyoza and radishes and shit from there, so.
Okay. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I always say at the end of these things, like the late great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. So stop pretending it is. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.